Some swag down to South Beach as the Raptors get set to face the Miami Heat. Eric Smith and Paul Jones with you. We've got swag.
It's nice that you bring your swag, but I hope you bring your jump shot too.
Yeah, that would help. And I don't know if there's a lot of swag and turnovers. That's something else that the Raptors need to be wary of in the season in general, but especially on the road. Something we will talk about, I'm sure, in the keys to victory in a couple of minutes. But again, Darko mentioning the swag the Raptors need to have on the road. And why? The Raptors this season 1-11 away from home. They are 7-18 overall, and they head into the tilt tonight against the Heat without the services of Scottie Barnes, who is sidelined for, well, minimum a week. That's when he's going to be reevaluated. So it's probably going to be at least 2, if not 3 weeks. And that's, again, pure speculation at this point. But Barnes out of the lineup yet again, and he was having a fantastic season coming back from the orbital fracture and playing with the goggles on and whatnot, putting up near triple-double numbers in terms of averages, and now he is out. And I would assume then, just naturally, the spotlight goes on to a guy who has had a career year in his first full season back home, R.J. Barrett.
Yeah, it was interesting that Saturday night after Scottie got hurt, was leaving the arena with the Barrett family, and I said to RJ, man, it's tough. Scottie hurt. He goes, I know. Back to what we were before. And he was kind of laughing about it. And he wasn't being derisive or negative in any way. He's just saying, we're used to playing without Scottie.
Yeah.
And it was just getting better. He was coming back. We were starting to develop a rhythm, and now we've got to go back to that. So, yeah, it'll fall on RJ, but the good thing is he's got a little help with Kelly Olynyk, a veteran, being around. And, hopefully Grady continues his play. Remember how well Grady played when Scottie was out. They're hoping that they can get some more of that, back now that Scottie's not in the lineup.
Well, taking a look at the injury report for the Toronto Raptors, A.J. Lawson, who was just recently signed, the Toronto product, is out. He's not available for the ball game tonight, and Toronto's still awaiting the return of Emmanuel Quickly with that left elbow, the partial UCL tear, and Bruce Brown still working his way back in terms of the reconditioning. It's been going on a little bit longer than what we thought, because in the Raptors' last road trip, there was chatter that Bruce Brown might return on that road trip, and he didn't, and then didn't come back at all during this homestand either. So hopefully, fingers crossed, sooner than later, Bruce Brown is able to go. And as we just mentioned, Scottie Barnes with the right ankle sprain, not available tonight. We're going to get the starting lineups officially in a couple of minutes' time before we get to the tip-off, but I can tease it a little bit right now and let you know that Jimmy Butler, Haywood Highsmith, Bam Adebayo, Duncan Robinson, and Tyler Hero will go for the Heat. And it looks like for Toronto, it's going to be a very young starting lineup, but I kind of like it, Jonesy. R.J. Barrett and Grady Dick. Grady having a fantastic season as well, with Jakob Poeltl, Ochai Agbaji back in there, and Jonathan Mobo in the starting lineup tonight for the Raptors. And I would imagine we're going to see a whole lot of Mobo defensively on a bunch of different players, whether it be Jimmy Butler, whether it be Bam, but Mobo, it's time for him as the youngster as well to get out there and shine.
He's a guy that his offense is eventually going to keep him on the floor, because his defense is getting him on the floor right now. His versatility, He's really good defensively. He's almost too unselfish offensively. He'll grab offensive rebounds and then look to kick it out rather than just taking the two himself. Once his offensive game comes to form, he's going to be really, really difficult.
And this is why I love live radio and live broadcasting in general. As we are talking about it, word comes in that the starting lineup is changing for the Raptors because they are dealing with yet another injury now, as apparently Jakob Poeltl, back spasms, is doubtful to play. Bruno Fernando is going to start in place of Jakob Poeltl. So again, now it looks like it's going to be Agbaji, Mobo, Fernando, Dick, and Barrett, with Jakob Poeltl doubtful to play with back spasms.
Yeah, that's tough. Poeltl is a guy that I saw a stat today where the Raptors were something like a minus 14 overall with him on the floor. But without him on the floor, they were like a minus 92 or something like that. One of the writers dubbed him the tank stopper. And look, he's a great rebounder. Poeltl is a terrific rebounder. The Raptors are 5th this year in rebounding. overall rebounding. And a lot of it is due to Poeltl grabbing 10, 12, 13, 14 rebounds a game. When you look at what he's been able to do, his rebounding is at a double figure. He's 16 and 12 this year for a team that has 7 wins. So that it's going to make a big difference not having him in the lineup, not just for the obvious, the scoring and the rebounding, but the way he quarterbacks your defense back there and his passing, which I think is very, very underrated. He's averaging 3 assists a game, but making the hockey assists, setting screens, he's very valuable on both ends of the floor.
All right, let's step aside for the break. The anthems are going on in Miami right now. The starting lineups are coming up, but we also have to get Jonesy's keys to victory, so we'll step aside for the break, come back with the keys to victory, and get set for the tip-off between the Heat and Raptors on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank. This is how we fan. Tangerine, official bank of the Toronto Raptors, right here on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
The 2025 Honda Civic Hybrid is here, and it may sound too good to be true. With a 2-liter 4-cylinder backed by 2 electric motors, giving a combined 200 horsepower, it's our most powerful and fuel-efficient Civic ever. Plus, with an estimated range of over 800 kilometers and available features like a Bose premium sound system, your crew will love it too. Maybe it should be called the Civic 2.0. Redefine your drive with the 2025 Civic Hybrid. Visit your Ontario Honda dealer and test drive yours today.
Meet Seeker, Canada's new and free app for your ears.
Writer of many #1 hits, Daryl Hall, welcome to the show.
$35,750 is yours!
That's 4th place. You're unbelievable.
Discover live radio, podcasts, news, and sports you love.
SeekR. Seeker.
Download the free app from the App Store or Google Play. Seeker. Seek your sounds.
Seeker.
Check out 32 Thoughts, the podcast, brought to you by the GMC Sierra Pro Graphite. The GMC Sierra delivers power, reliability, and versatility. Canada-wide clearance is on now. Get 0% financing for up to 72 months on select 2024 GMC Sierra 1500 Pro Graphite models while supplies last. Plus, get $500 off during the holiday bonus event. On now until January 2nd. Visit gmccanada.ca or visit your local dealer today.
These immortal words have begun every Pizzaville commercial for 40 years.
It was a rainy day in Pizzaville when I realized...
But who is the enigmatic voice of Pizzaville? Rumors suggest it may be Nicolas Cage. Could it be Babu from Seinfeld? Others claim Jennifer Lopez is the voice. Next up, the voice of Pizzaville reveals which Spice Girl he dated. Pizzaville, 40 years of funny.
Join us to heal the future for SickKids patients. Every unique child SickKids sees comes to the hospital for world-class care. And everyone has a favorite holiday song.
My favorite Christmas song is Holly Jolly Christmas by Michael Bublé.
I don't know. I feel like Jingle Bells, maybe.
Jingle Bell. All I Want for Christmas Is You.
He loves Rihanna.
Help SickKids heal more futures. Donate today at healthefuture.ca.
Can you sing any of it for us?
No, thank you.
Dashing to the store or scrolling on your phone. Buying lights galore in your happy shopping zone. Before you add to cart or bring your goods back home, check for a certification mark. Don't shop without it known. Oh, check the mark, safety all the way. For every lighting gadget right, it's a smart and safer way.
When purchasing electrical products, look for an approved Canadian certification mark. Learn more at esasafe.com/holidaysafety.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you as we get set for the tip-off between the Heat and Raptors coming up in a few minutes' time. Raptors on the road for one before coming back home to host the Chicago Bulls on Monday evening, and that will start another mini homestand for the Raptors. A lot of home games this month. Raptors 6-7 at home, but just 1-11 on the road this season. So hoping to get their second victory of the year down in South Beach this evening. The keys to victory are brought to you by your Ontario Honda dealers. Up your game. Lease the CRV from 2.99% up to 28 months. Visit HondaOntario.com. Jonesy?
Well, first key, and we can pencil it in. Actually, we can probably use permanent Marco till the Raptors do something about it, is turnovers. Toronto, 23rd in the NBA, turning the ball over about 17 times a game. And then points allowed off turnovers, they're 19th. So they're allowing, think about this, 17.9, 18 points a game. They're just giving the other team. No wonder you're 7-19 or 7-18. Like, you can't do that.
Yep.
You can't do that. Giving away money. 3-point defense will be key. Miami, not a great field goal percentage team in general at 24th, shooting 45%, but they're top 10 in 3-point attempts, top 10 in 3-point makes, and hence top 10 in 3-point percentage. And the main culprit, the guy that's really responsible for a lot of it, is Tyler Hero. The Raptors have to tag him tonight. He's playing well. You know, he said earlier today or earlier this week, I'd love to have, be an all-star. He's playing like it.
Yeah.
And with the Heat surging in the standings, he's a guy that the Raptors really, really need to keep an eye on tonight.
Miami 7-3 over their last 10 ball games. They've won 3 in a row. They sit at 12-10, fifth in the Eastern Conference. They are tied in terms of percentage. Well, actually, technically speaking, percentage-wise, they're just ahead of the Milwaukee Bucks with a .545 winning percentage. Of the Bucks at 13-11, one more win, but one more loss, a .542 winning percentage, as they are both trying to track down the New York Knicks, who sit in fourth. The Knicks losing last night to the Atlanta Hawks as Atlanta advances to the semifinals.
I love Trey. I'm not a Trey Young fan.
But you love the New York component.
Yeah, he's a good villain in New York. And, they said he has the highest road scoring average in New York in terms of 30 and 40-point games behind Michael Jordan, Bernard King, and Kobe Bryant.
Wow. Reggie's not up there.
No.
Wow.
That's high company. I love his line where he said, hope these New York fans find the exit. And he said, take y'all out of here. Take y'all backside substitute word here, ass out of here.
How about rolling the dice on the logo at center court?
Oh, yeah. I thought we were going to have a flag plant and some kind of controversy there.
And it's Houston and Oklahoma City on the other side of the Emirates Cup.
And can I editorialize? For all the people that love the scoring in the NBA, 9 million three-point shots, and it looked like the Knicks and the Rockets from 1987.
I think it was only the 13th game this season where both teams scored under 100 points last night.
91-90. There's your skill level.
Miami wins the tip. They'll start with the ball. They bring it across center. Jimmy Butler over on the wing far side to Duncan Robinson, who drives down toward the block, fires a cross-court pass into the near corner, and a triple is good to start the game for Highsmith. It's 3-0 Miami.
Well, the penetration, again, a paint touch helps Miami.
Abaji has it. Above the arc, over on the near side. Now it's Mobo. Drops a pass inside the arc to Fernando. Back out on the perimeter to Ochai. Back up top to Mobo. Down at the free throw line he comes. Stops his dribble. Finds Grady. He dribbles to the near elbow. Turns, fires, and drops down the jumper. Raptors on the board. They trail 3-2.
Nice job there. Mobo turning down and Abaji turning down a shot on the move, and they worked it for Grady to get a better look.
3-2, Miami leading.
Scoring going to be at a premium tonight for Toronto.
Minute into the ball game, minute 5 to be exact, as Hero gets into the paint, goes back in the near corner to Highsmith. Barrett's in front of him. Highsmith puts on the floor, drives into the paint. Barrett with the strip. Loose ball picked up there by Grady Dick. Here come the Raptors off the Miami turnover. Out on the far side, it's Dick. Cross court over to Barrett. Barrett coming around a Fernando screen, gives it back to Bruno, cutting to the tin, and the big man lays it in. 4-3 Toronto.
RJ playing both ends, get credit for a block with the strip, and then does a nice job as the Raptors clear out the middle for Bruno.
4-3, Toronto leading 90 seconds into the ballgame. Hero at center court, lost his balance, just threw it away. And down the floor come the Raptors off another Heat turnover. Grady Dick fouled on the shot as he was driving to the tin. 2 free throws coming for Grady.
Well, it was Ochai Abaji's pressure on Tyler Hero that had him throw the ball away. And after the foul committed on Grady, you could see Tyler Hero taking his right hand and slapping the side of his right thigh. Not a great turnover there.
Grady at the free throw line, drops down the first one. Raptors increased their lead to 5-3. 10:19 to go, opening quarter. We are just underway. Thanks for tuning in on a Thursday night on the Sportsnet Radio Network and right here on Sportsnet 590 The Fan. You can get us on the Sportsnet app and streaming at sportsnet.ca as well. Grady missing the second free throw, so it stays at 5-3 Toronto. Jimmy Butler out on the far side, now driving toward the baseline, throws it up, took some contact, no call play on. Mobo was right there. Ochai driving far side, goes into the near corner to Grady. That pass deflected, knocked away by Bam. It'll stay with Toronto 18 on the shot clock.
Here's the issue with the modern game and getting a paint touch for a three. When you get a paint touch, you need to be looking to score. You need to be looking to score and not just pitching it out.
And we were told doubtful to play. He did not start, but 2 minutes and 1 second into the game, Jakob Poeltl is on the floor.
Put me in, coach.
So those back spasms aren't spasming right now, I suppose, as Yak is out there, at least for now, and we'll see how he holds up over the course of the evening. So officially a start for Bruno, but just over 2 minutes into the ball game, Poeltl is out there, and we'll see what he can do.
How many people had that on their bingo card?
Not me. Jonathan Mobo turned it over on that inbound play for the Raptors. Coming the other way now, Miami gets the ball. Grady Dick picks up a foul, a little too aggressive on Bam Adebayo toward the near sideline. So that'll be a first foul on Grady. Miami will inbound again. 9:50 to go, opening frame. Hero to Bam to a cutting Duncan Robinson down Main Street. Missed a short floater. And the Raptors grab the rebound. Beautiful bounce pass from Barrett to Poeltl, and he elevates for a soft two-hand dunk.
Well, great job. Raptors running the floor. And give Grady and Abaji credit for running wide into the pockets. Opened up the middle of the floor.
Bam drives, leans in on Yak. He falls down into the basket stanchion and quickly gets right back up. So if his back spasms are hurting, it sure didn't look that bad right there.
What a chintzy foul they called on Jonathan Mobo.
Bam missed the shot, and as players were battling for the rebound, as Jonesy just noted,
there was
a
no
chintzy
battle.
foul.
He had his hand on Jimmy Butler's back, didn't push him. Butler jumped forward. Like, that's a cheesy call.
Duncan Robinson driving on the near side, goes up and under the tin on the reverse layup. It's good. Miami cuts the Toronto lead to 2. It's 7-5. 9:10 to play. Handing it off on the perimeter. It was Barrett to Mobo to Poeltl, now giving it to Grady. Grady just got hit, no call. Pulls up far elbow, jumper, no good. Hero with the rebound. Hero quickly ahead to Bam. Over to a cutting Jimmy Butler along the baseline. Back to Highsmith down Main Street. Blocked by R.J. Barrett. Raptors pick up the ball. Great job by Barrett with the defensive play. Grady down Main Street to the 10 with a one-hand flush. He had Highsmith on his hip, and he just kept on going right to the rim.
Well, on the hip is no good. You got to have your nose in his chest to stop him, and great recognition by Grady.
9-5, Raptors leading. 8:30 to go, opening quarter. Hero got a step on Oche, came on the near side, left-hand scoop, no good. Rebound tapped out, picked up by Mobo. Stops at the free throw line, turns around, passes back out to the perimeter to Grady at the free throw line to Poeltl. Poeltl going against Robinson, spun right, came left, back right, and drops down a right-hand hook as the Raptors increase the lead to 6.
Realized, it's Duncan Robinson? This is not going to be blocked.
Well, we saw a couple of weeks ago in Toronto, they kept going at Robinson time and time again. This time, Robinson comes back the other way, and a little up fake bit Mobo. He gets the bucket. It's 11-7.
Well, a guy who's weak defensively can't have a free lunch on the floor. Can't.
7:50 to go here. Poeltl inside the arc toward the far side. Hands off now to Grady. Turns into the paint. Now goes to the near sideline to RJ. Good look at a three. Missed it. Couldn't track down his rebound as Duncan Robinson secures it and hands it off to Tyler Hero. Cross center comes Hero. Driving toward the far side. Now lobbing it up for a big-time flush and finish for Bam Adebayo, and the Heat cut the Raptor lead to 2.
Well, Hero getting free, shaking free in the middle of the floor. Got to stop him in transition. Wall him off to one side so you know where the help is coming from.
11-9. Raptors leading the Heat with 7:33 to go in the opening frame. It's Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network. Streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, Raptor fans. What would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050wraps.com for your tickets today.
Jim, sweetie, it's me, Dawn, on the radio. Please don't get me earrings again this year. I have a jewelry box full of them. I love them, but all I really want is a gift certificate to Thermea Spa Village. And who knows? If you get a gift certificate for 2, I might even make you my +1. Okay, love ya.
This holiday season, give your loved ones what they really want. Give the gift of Thermea. Visit thermea.com/Whitby to purchase a gift certificate. Take good care.
Dashing to the store or scrolling on your phone. Buying lights galore in your happy shopping zone. Before you add to cart or bring your goods back home. Check for a certification mark. Don't shop without it known. Oh, check the mark, safety all the way. For every lighting gadget right, it's a smart and safer way.
When purchasing electrical products, look for an approved Canadian certification mark. Learn more at esasafe.com/holidays-safety.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590. The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. 7:33 to go in the opening quarter. The Raptors leading the Heat 11-9. Toronto shooting 71% right now on 5 of 7. Grady Dick has 5 points to lead the way off the bench. Jakob Poeltl. And again, folks, we were told right before the ball game that Poeltl was being pulled from the starting lineup due to back spasms, and he was doubtful to play. Bruno Fernando started the game, had a bucket and a steal in 2 minutes, and then, as I mentioned, 2 minutes and 1 second in, Poeltl popped off the bench, Jonesy, and now he's in there. So I guess he limbered up, and we'll see how long he can last tonight, because it's going to be a battle, no doubt, against Bam Adebayo and others in that Miami front court.
Yeah, it will be. I like what the Raptors have done to start the game.
Barrett brings the ball across center. Raptors in their black uniforms tonight, Miami in red. As Barrett saw a seam and drove straight to the tin on that far side, laid it up and in, and Jimmy Butler got banged up in the play and comes up a little bit gimpy. He's now bringing the ball across center. He's got a little bit of a hitch in his step as he finds Hero on the logo at center. Over on the far side now, it's Highsmith. And again, Barrett with the hands knocks the ball away from Highsmith, off his leg, out of bounds. Miami with the turnover.
Yeah, no, really, really nice job by the Raptors. As I pointed out, I think Hero's going to be one of the guys you really got to tag and make him work. Make him a volume scorer.
He's scoreless thus far in the opening 5 minutes. As Poeltl gets down on the right block, had the size advantage over Butler, but missed on a soft right-hand hook.
That's a good old-style big man move. Drop-stepping to the baseline, going to the middle, giving yourself room, drop-stepping to the baseline.
Duncan Robinson along the baseline, kicks it out on the perimeter to Tyler Hero, misses that one. And the Raptors grab the rebound, bring it across center toward the far sideline. It's R.J. Barrett handing it off to Grady Dick. Grady turning the corner into the paint, straight to the rim as he curls it in on the finger roll layup, and the Raptors lead by 6.
I love the pace of play that Grady employs when he's shooting, when he's catching and shooting, when he's playing offense. With the exception of the ball handling, I think he's got to do a better job with that, but I love the improvement.
And you must love the defense from R.J. Barrett, who just took another one away from the Heat as he deflected the attempt from Jimmy Butler. Toronto comes back the other way. Mobo denied down low, but they get the rebound, kick it out to the perimeter, and find an open triple for Grady Dick, and Toronto has doubled up the Heat. It's 18-9.
Good start. Really good start. The defense by Barrett, I mean, he's only got the 2 points, but he's got 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks. He's all over it right now. It's a really good start by the Raptors.
6:01 to go in the quarter. Toronto leading by 9 on Toronto Raptors basketball. Brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network. Streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, Raptor fans, what would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
The Subaru winter has arrived. The crisp air and negative temperatures mean one thing: camping. Emerge from your icy tent and bask in 4 to 6 hours of sunlight. Enjoy the unmistakable smell of campfire through the glacial wind pummeling your face. Relax by the water, taking in the soothing sounds of thick ice cracking and popping.
What's up, Raptors fans? Thank you so much for hanging out with us today during this Toronto Raptors matchup. We really appreciate you being here. Please take a minute to hit that like button down below. Give us that thumbs up so that we can bring more basketball fans here into the chat to hang out with us and keep making a difference in our community. Now, the Raptors are doing a little bit better lately. The tank might be off. So if that's the case, we're going to need you guys to hit that like button and hit that share button as well, so we can get more fans in here to cheer on our Raptors to make a playoff run. Let's go, Raptors. We'll see you back in the chat.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. 6:01 to go, opening quarter. Raptors leading the Heat 18-9, and the offense is still cooking for the Raptors right now, shooting 67%. But Jonesy, how about of the 18 points they've scored, 14 of the 18 in the paint for Toronto?
Well, Toronto employs kind of that old school methodology where they'll let you take the threes. They'll try to guard you out there, but they'll be selective with their threes and score in the paint. And I'm telling you, Eric, I have noted at least 4 games this year that you and I have done together where, I mean, you look at the Boston overtime loss, you look at the game against Dallas, you just look at games where the Raptors pound the opponent in the paint 75-26 or 78-34, and then the other team has to try and make it up with threes. And of course, the free throw shooting, Raptors free throw attempts per game in the middle of the pack, but their differential is the worst in the NBA.
Davion Mitchell into the ballgame now for the Raptors out there with Ochai Agbaji, Mobo, Grady Dick, and Jakob Poeltl as Miami comes out of the timeout and gets a Duncan Robinson drive to the tin. He lays it up and in on the far side, and it cuts the Raptor lead to 7.
We see the play, Eric. If Davion Mitchell decides he's going to flop on that, they call Jimmy Butler on an offensive foul.
Grady comes behind the Poeltl screen, steps into a triple, miss it. Yak cut to the rim, got the rebound, keeps it alive for the Raptors' second chance opportunity. Mobo looking for Poeltl in paint, instead goes cross court, right to left, open look for Ochai. Missed the triple. Grady trying to battle with Bam, but Adebayo gets the rebound and fires ahead to Butler to Highsmith on the near side, driving to the tin. Missed the layup. Nice contest by Yak. Picked up by the Raptors. Here comes Mobo. Across center comes the rookie. Tried to cross up Robinson. He did. And as he got to the tin, he might have made it a little more difficult on himself.
Yeah, he had more time there than he thought he did.
Up fake, stepping into the triple. Robinson missed it. Raptors with the rebound.
And again, Poeltl on the perimeter to contest.
Mitchell to Grady Dick. Grady back over to Mitchell. Mitchell now driving. Kicks into the corner, the near corner to Ochai. 3-ball, good look, missed another one. The Raptors now just 1 of 6 from distance. Across center, Tyler Hero. And he pulls up with Davion Mitchell right there and buries the 3-ball. Miami now on a mini run. It's 5-0 after they trailed 18-9. Poeltl over to Grady Dick. Above the arc, Grady on a switch, picked up by Bam. Crossed him up. Got the up fake, and then the leaner from about 18 feet, and it goes for Grady.
Really tough shot by Grady because he leaned in, took off from 21, shot it from 18. It was almost off balance.
4 minutes to go in the quarter, and back the other way. Bam got into the lane. Jonesy wants to travel, but they're calling a jump ball, I believe.
Yeah, good job by Poeltl to tie him up, and following through with the ball, trying to get the foul. Adebayo traveled. Now, if he keeps going with that and they call a foul, that's what he wanted. That should have been a travel. That being said, they're going to jump it up.
20-14, Raptors leading by 6 with 4:03 to go in the quarter. And Adebayo wins the tip. So Jimmy Butler gets it and fires it over to Tyler Hero. He's out on the far side. Grady Dick in front of him. Puts it on the floor, drives to the tin, lays it up and in. Got a quick first step on Grady and went all the way to the rim.
Well, carried the ball on the move. Seriously, Eric, like he puts his hand under the ball. If you're a defender, you think he's going to stop, and all of a sudden he puts it on the floor again.
How about Davion Mitchell gets into the lane, draws in 2 defenders, and turns around and fires to a wide-open Jakob Poeltl, and the floater is good for Yak.
Great paint touch. 2 more points in the paint for Toronto.
18 of the 22 as Miami comes back the other way and gets another one on the layup high off glass from Tyler Hero. 22-18 now. Raptors by 4, 3:20 to play. Opening quarter right here on a Thursday evening on the Sportsnet Radio Network. Mitchell to Poeltl, the floater, that one a little too strong, rattled 2 rims and popped out from just below the free throw line. Miami trailing by 4. Smith gets into the lane, left that one short, hit nothing, but it's picked up by Butler along the baseline. Jimmy Butler brings it out to the perimeter. He's scoreless in the game thus far. Trying to work against Mobile. Into the paint, drives, floats it up, missed it, back rim no good, and they're calling a foul. Man, I didn't see a lot of contact there.
Phantom foul. Where was the contact?
I don't know. It looked like he beat Mobo and then just blew the shot.
They've got the foul on Grady.
Huh. I'm going to have to get a replay from our TV friends because I didn't see that one.
You know, as one NBA coach told me, we were talking about the Raptors, and he was...
Ball don't lie.
Very complimentary of how hard the Raptors play, and I was lamenting the fact that the Raptors, quote unquote, foul more than any other team in the league. And he started to laugh at me, and he said, Jonesy, it's what happens when you come out and you say you're rebuilding. It gives a perception. And the Raptors have been on the wrong end of it right now.
First free throw is no good. Second one clean, so 1 of 2 at the stripe for Butler. It's 22-19. Jakob Poeltl checking out of the ball game. On the floor for the Raptors, Barrett, Mitchell, Walter, Olynyk, and Battle. And as he sits down on the bench, Jakob Poeltl putting some sort of compress, maybe a heating pad of some sort, on his back, again with those back spasms tonight. Spinning, firing on the baseline near side. The ball went halfway down for Olynyk, and then it popped out. Miami with the rebound. Jaquez will bring it up for the Heat. Over to Love, back to Jaquez, driving down Main Street and lays it up and in. Miami cuts the Raptor lead to 1.
Got to be aware, got to jump to the ball. Jacoby Walter snapped the head around, look for the ball. It was a great pass.
Mitchell out to Olynyk. Olynyk into the lane, fires back out on the perimeter to RJ. Barrett along the baseline now, far side, goes up and under and left the layup short on the reverse. Heat have the ball, they could grab the lead. Toronto has plummeted down to 47% from the floor. 10 of 21. Hero to Butler at the near elbow. Butler facing Barrett. Went left, spins right, goes into the lane, throws it up, fouled allegedly by Barrett, and Jimmy Butler is going to go back to the free throw line.
Well, Butler created the contact there, although RJ was not totally vertical. His left hand in particular was probably at about a 60-degree angle, and that's where Butler got the contact, although I've seen worse let go.
A lot of rumors swirling right now about Jimmy Butler. Shams Charania reporting yesterday that there are a number of teams that have reached out and expressed interest in trying to strike a deal with the Heat, including the likes of the Golden State Warriors and others.
Jimmy doesn't fit in Golden State to me. Not with the style they play, going up and down like that. I mean, you got Steph, you got Kuminga, Draymond pushes the ball. I don't know if that's a fit.
I don't necessarily disagree with you, Jones.
I don't know if that's a fit. You know, I mean, a team, one of the other teams on his wish list is Phoenix. That might be a better fit. Houston, that might be a better fit. But I'm not so sure about Golden State.
Dallas, Houston, Golden State are the 3 biggest ones mentioned.
Well, he ain't getting the ball much in Dallas.
Olynyk into the lane. Fires back out to Walter. Walter from the far perimeter gets into the paint, throws it up. Couldn't get the friendly bounce as it rattled a couple of rims and then came out into the hands of Kevin Love. Across center comes Love with the Heat now leading 23-22.
To wrap up the Butler thing, he'd have to be a spot-up shooter in Dallas.
It's a 14-4 run for Miami right now to go from down 9 to up 1 with 1:20 to go in the quarter, and Jimmy Butler just threw it away. I don't know who he was looking for, but he threw it right to Olynyk. Ahead to Barrett. Barrett off glass and in. Down low, Smith was trying to draw the charge. The officials didn't buy it. And now the Raptors take it in the backcourt. And unfortunately, Olynyk pulls up for a triple and misses, so they don't come away with any points on the turnover.
That was a good no call. Drew Smith trying to draw a charge. Barrett had nowhere to land. Good no call by the official.
Rozier to Jaquez. Jaquez from the far corner, near corner, got into the paint, missed the floater. And Barrett pulls down the rebound, fires ahead to Mitchell, whips a pass, cross-court, far wing, Jacoby Walter for three. What a pass from Mitchell, and Walter was shot ready.
Well, right in the shooting pocket, and Jacoby knew it was coming. The pass makes the shot. More often than not, those are going down.
Kevin Love trying to answer with a triple on the other end, can't knock it down from the wing near side. Raptors with the rebound, across center comes Barrett. Barrett slowing things down. I like that the Raptors not rushing a 2-for-1, trying to get a good look right here. Barrett drives into the paint, fires into the near corner to Mitchell, back up top to an open Olynyk. Up fake to the free throw line. Fakes again, leans in, missed the scoop. He thought he was fouled, and Miami grabs the rebound.
Nice move by Kelly. Good ball movement.
Time for the Heat to hold for the last shot now. 7 seconds remaining. The shot clock is off. Heat trailing by 4. Jimmy Butler has it on the near side, going at battle. Drew and two defenders, kicks out to Jaquez, and he didn't get it off in time. The shot went down, but he did not get it off in time. The quarter ends with the Raptors leading by 4.
Really good job there. Jamison Battle on the switch, engaging Jimmy Butler. And unfortunately, the kick-out pass for Miami a little bit too late.
27-23. Raptors leading by 4 at the end of the first quarter, so they go to the second with a 4-point lead on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Alpine News Network is here live with one of our superheroes.
Joe and Lucy needed a new roof and reached out to Alpine Credits. I flew over to help them with a home renovation loan. I suggested they transform their house into a giant robot head, beams that shoot from the eyes. Pew, pew! Instead, they just went with shingles. But it's pretty glorious.
Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved.
Just for license 12616. The Nissan All-In Clear-Out event is on now, where you can lease or finance select remaining 2024 Rogue from 0.99% for 24 months. Plus, qualified Nissan owners may receive up to $500 in loyalty bonus. Go all in with the Nissan Rogue and enjoy the 1.5-liter VC turbo engine for a perfect balance of power and efficiency. And with standard all-wheel drive, you're ready for wherever the drive takes you. Conditions apply. Quantities limited. See Nissan.ca for details.
Toronto, your perfect steak awaits. Chop Steakhouse and Bar is now open at 181 University Avenue. Indulgent steak seared to perfection, handcrafted cocktails, and fresh seafood in a modern, vibrant setting. For a dinner out, happy hour, or late night cravings, Chop is your new favorite dining destination. Visit chop.ca to book your reservation and discover downtown Toronto's hottest new steakhouse. Chop Steakhouse and Bar, now open.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you, getting set to start the second quarter. Raptors leading the Heat 27-23. Jonesy, the offense sputtered a little bit down the stretch. They squandered a 9-point lead, but fought back to regain the lead, leading by 4, and ultimately ended up shooting 45% in the opening quarter, 44.4 to be exact. They were just shy on the rebounding, 14-13, Miami with an edge, but 20 of the Raptors' 27 coming in the paint, and also key, only one turnover in the opening quarter. They did not allow any points off that one turnover.
Well, and there it is, the fact that they're not being outshot by 3, that they're playing really good defense and not turning it over. They've got a lead. It's a formula for success, even if you're not a great and just only an average three-point shooting team.
Raptors start with the ball, and they're late in the shot clock here in their opening possession as Barrett lobs one behind the defense to his big man, Jakob Poeltl, who had Jaquez sealed, and he catches the lob pass down low and then floats it in on a nifty little reverse layup.
A really nice job with the balance by Jakob. When he turned, I think he probably thought he was in a different spot on the floor.
29-23. And down low, Jakob Poeltl trying to battle for positioning. And are they getting, is it going to be Barrett or Mitchell?
No,
who are they getting? No, they're getting it on Poeltl.
They're going to get Poeltl, but the issue to me was it's a blind screen by Rozier. Jakob can't see him, which means he needs a step And I didn't think he had it. I didn't think he was given that step.
Adebayo going at Poeltl now. Got to the 10. The help came with Barrett, and they're going to call a foul on RJ with the block attempt. RJ thought he got it clean, and Bam's going to go to the free throw line.
Robert Hussey, the lead official, making both of those calls under the basket.
RJ is starting to fill up the stat sheet tonight. 4 points, 4 assists, 3 blocks, 5 rebounds, but just picked up his second foul. And you could hear from our courtside mics, RJ Barrett saying, I didn't touch him.
And
perhaps the ball don't lie.
Always happens, huh? Where Rasheed Wallace is getting out of his big easy chair and yelling it out.
First free throw, as we talk about ball don't lie, no good for Bam Adebayo as he gets set now for the second one. With the Heat trailing the Raptors 29-23, we are 44 seconds into the second quarter. And guess what? Ball don't lie. Bam Adebayo misses both. Barrett will bring it across center for the Raptors. Getting away from the pressure that came from both Rozier and Smith. Gave it to Jamal Shed, back over to Barrett, now to Poeltl. In the lane, floater up and over. Bam Adebayo, but he left it short, missed it, battling for the rebound. Barrett was there, and it goes off Bam. Out of bounds on the baseline, fresh 14 for Toronto.
It's usually a money shot for Poeltl, but still a nice job making them play him.
Shed inbounding, gets it to Yak toward the baseline near side. Duncan Robinson trying to lean in on Yak, who then finds Shed, and then Shed just airmailed a pass over the head of Jacoby Walter in the far corner.
Right idea.
Yeah.
Right idea, poor execution. And you got a good three-point shooter there. And if they rotate to him, the next kick is to Jamison Battle, who was wide open. A costly turnover because you don't get a shot, and you would have got a good three.
Just the second turnover of the game for the Raptors. We'll see if Miami can capitalize. Duncan Robinson just turned it right back over, drove to the 10, turned around, tried to pass out to the perimeter, but it was picked off by Shed, who goes the length of the floor to lay it up and in. He went right into the chest of Rozier, and the Raptors open up an 8-point lead.
I'm a big fan of the rookie class by the Raptors. Jacoby Walter, Mobo, Shed. I'm a huge fan of the way these kids play.
Robinson.
Battle's been terrific.
Finds Rozier, step back into a triple on the wing near side, missed it, and Jakob Poeltl tracks down the rebound. Raptors have a chance to go up double figures right here. Walter brings it across center. Finds Poeltl straight away above the arc. Yak to Battle, cutting in the paint. Went right, turns back left, floats one up and over Jaquez, and Jamison Battle has given Toronto a 10-point lead.
Jakob's pass had a little bit too much air under it for me, but good squeeze by Battle and great footwork with the finish.
Duncan Robinson, far side, goes cross-court with a pass, and he just airmailed one up and over the head of Rozier into the Gucci seats in Miami, and the Raptors will get it off yet another Miami turnover, their 6th.
Well, the Raptors doing a really nice job. Again, adhering to the keys we talked about, Eric. The three-point defense, Miami only 2 of 7, 39% overall. Toronto not turning the ball over, 2 turnovers, hasn't yielded a point.
Leading 33-23. 9:35 to go here in this first half. Poeltl below the far elbow, goes out on the perimeter near side to Walter. He puts it on the floor, got into the paint, and then he steps through, leans in, kisses it off glass with contact, and a three-point opportunity, and he's bobbing his head like a vet right now saying, yep, that's what I can do.
Well, again, I just talked about, I love the rookie class, and they play like they belong. They I mean, a kid like Shed or Battle, I mean, they've been 4 years. Battle's been 3 schools. That I get. Mobo's a 4-year player, but Jacoby just looks like he belongs, and he plays like it too. He plays with a certain amount of confidence and poise.
Swag,
Darko.
36-23. Raptors leading by 13 now after Mobo made the free throw. Far side driving off glass and in. Duncan Robinson with the layup. The Raptor lead is 11. Barrett, far corner to Battle. Back out on the wing, far side to Shed. Down on the block, quickly with the pass to Poeltl. And he looked like he might have blown the layup, but it's because he took contact. So Yak is going to go to the free throw line for the first time. And 2 free throws coming for the Raptor big man.
Well, I will say that the Raptors got the benefit of the call. I didn't think that was much of a foul, a little bump, but could have been an and one for Yak. But that said, if you're Toronto, run with it. Take the free throws.
Take it and run. First free throw goes in for Jakob Poeltl. I love the way that Poeltl has improved his free throw shooting this year. Still at just, quote-unquote, 68%, but far better than what we've seen.
Far better than the 54 we saw last year.
Yes. We'll see what he can do with this second free throw. 37-25. He knocks it down. 38-25. Raptors 4 of 5 as a team at the line, and they have regained their 13-point lead. Ticking under 9 minutes to go in the first half. Amit Mann comes up with the halftime show as Duncan Robinson gets into the lane, and a pretty brutal pass down low was looking for Bam.
Poeltl did a nice job picking him up, and then the cover back by Jacoby Walter, realizing that, okay, I got to get the big guy, made for a tough pass by Robinson.
That'll be the 7th turnover for the Heat. The Raptors have scored 8 points off turnover. See if they can get more right here. Brady Dick toward the near sideline, now out on the wing, finds Jamison Battle.
Miami in the zone.
Far side, over to Shed, buries the 3, and that'll bust a zone anytime. The triple gives Toronto a 16-point lead.
Eric Spoelstra looking for anything to slow Toronto down, went zone, and the Raptors have traditionally had issues with the Miami zone, but I love the penetrating dribble, the punch dribble by Jamison Battle just to collapse the top of the zone, and then he kicks it out to Jamal Shed, shot ready to knock it down.
41-25, Raptors leading with 8:37 to go in the first half. A 16-point lead. It's Toronto Raptors basketball. Brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
At Tangerine, we're fans of fans who are invested in the game. Like Mary, who stands 5 inches away from her 55-inch flat-screen TV and yells at it even though she knows no one on the TV can hear a word she's saying. Is it effective? There's no evidence. Do we support her? Yeah. Screaming at the TV for all 4 quarters. That's how Mary fans. And we're fans of Mary. This is how we fan. Tangerine, the official bank of the Toronto Raptors.
Hey, Raptor fans. What would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
The Nissan Winter Ready event was so successful during Black Friday that Hyde Park Nissan, Willowdale Nissan, and Newmarket Nissan are pulling Boxing Day incentives forward. Take the all-new redesigned 2025 Nissan Kicks. It's bigger, available all-wheel drive, and loaded with features. Lease an S model now for 39 months and 16,000 kilometers per year for only $78 weekly with $2,500 down plus taxes and license. Once again, it's Hyde Park, Willowdale, or Newmarket for Nissan.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590. The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. 8:37 to go in the second quarter. Raptors leading the Heat 41-25. I'm going to throw in a cheap plug right here, Jonesy. Maybe not so cheap. A very worthy plug for Smith and Jones. The latest edition of our program came out yesterday, but you can download the podcast anytime at sportsnet.ca.
Like every week, it's a must, but this week, especially, a turning point in the franchise discussed.
Glenn Grunwald, the former general manager of the Raptors, joined us for a good 40-plus minutes, and we got into a whole lot with Glenn in terms of signings and trades and drafts, re-signings, and you name it.
If you've been listening 2 of the last 3 weeks, you got the Vince trade from the Vince drafting and trade from the Toronto side and from the New Jersey side.
With Ed Stefanski.
Yep.
So again, you can find it at sportsnet.ca. All the current and past episodes are, of course, on Spotify, Apple, etc. Bam Adebayo out of the timeout, into the paint, turning, firing, and getting the bucket. Good from 8 feet. Raptors still lead by 14.
Tough shot by Bam. Good defense by Poeltl.
41-27 with 8:05 to go here in the first half. Shed got it toward the free throw line, kept the dribble alive as he brings it out to the perimeter. Now driving down toward the right block. Looked like he took a lot of contact down there, but no call. Miami comes back the other way. 7:50, and Bam just got Yak to bite on the up fake. He leaned in, drew the contact, and back to the free throw line for Bam Adebayo.
Miami making a more concerted and decided effort to try to get the ball in the paint. And, you know, Poeltl, There wasn't a lot of contact there, but the fact that he moved forward maybe a foot or two as Adebayo went for a fadeaway, and then there's contact.
First free throw goes down for Bam. He's got 5 points in the ballgame, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and a block. A perfect 2 of 2 from the floor. And now 2 of 4 from the line as the second one goes down. Raptors still leading by double figures. It's 12, 41-29, but it's a mini 4-0 run since the last time out. But that'll end right here. Beautiful execution. Shed to Poeltl on the pick and roll.
Well, great job as Grady laid a terrific screen on Adebayo, who was upset.
Quickly back the other way. Miami gets the deuce back. Driving the tin, laying it up and in. The bucket was good for Smith. Raptors leading 43-31. Grady Dick near side, tried to drive, had his pocket picked briefly, but got the ball back, finds Shed on the perimeter. Shot clock still at 10, lots of time as Grady drives along the baseline and then threw his body sort of back into the painted area, drew contact, and Jovic is going to be called for the foul.
Well, same play that happened by Karl Anthony Towns on Kelly Olynyk, right? Just get to the baseline and create room coming out into the middle of the court. Just hurtle your body into somebody if there's somebody present on the other team.
And now the official saying Grady was on the floor still, not on the shot, so it's going to be an inbound from the far sideline for Toronto and not free throws. Shed took a while to get it in, but finally found Poeltl out towards center. Now he comes back to get the ball from Yak. Shot clock at 9. Driving down Main Street. Now fires a pass. Far sideline. Wide open look. Grady Dick missed that one. Had a beautiful look. And Battle couldn't get to it in traffic.
That's great basketball by Shed. He had Grady. He also had Jamison Battle on the near side as well. But really, really good look. He knows who's hot, who to go to.
And now coming back the other way, Shed takes the foul on Jovic, who was driving as he came across both of the arms and really got his money's worth on that foul, sending Jovic to the free throw line.
If you're going to do it, get your money's worth.
Absolutely.
Get your money's worth. I chuckle with Miami wearing the jerseys, Heat culture, as they're like they're the only ones with a culture.
Yep. Jovic free throw is good. Miami trailing by 11 now, 43-32. Toronto had the lead as high as 16. Going into the last time out, it was 41-25. And I believe we have an infection control rule being instituted right now. I'm not sure who's got the cut on the arm or where, but I believe it's a member of the Heat. And it's going to be Smith. So he's being tended to. It's actually on his right wrist right now.
Smith, one of their two-way guys. Drew Smith out of Missouri. It's amazing the way the league has become now with all these two-way guys. You can find a player. You do your homework, do your scouting, you could find a player. Jamison Battle was supposed to be a guy that, let's just bring him in and, have a look at him. And he turns into a guy that's playing a lot. He is a two-way contract, technically, but how long till now with a roster spot and a two-way guy in A.J. Lawson, do they convert that to a standard contract?
Well, he's one of the 3 rookies on the floor right now for the Raptors, with Battle out there with Shed and Walter, Poeltl and Dick on the floor as well. It's Adebayo, Hero, Smith, Rozier, and Jovic for Miami, as Jovic second free throw is no good, so the Raptor lead is 11 with 6:52 to go here in the first half. Jacoby Walter brings it across center. Trying to find Grady Dick. Bit of a lazy pass. And yep, Grady, in tracking down the ball, ended up stepping across the center line, and a sloppy turnover for Toronto.
Well, lazy pass by Jacoby Walter and Grady. He didn't try to get open. Go to the basket, back Drew Smith up, and then come and get the ball. I mean, you can't stand there and hold him off that close to the center line where there's no margin for error.
Third turnover for Toronto. They have yet to give up points off turnovers. We'll see if that changes right here, as Hero just crossed up Grady, got into the paint, and scooped it up and in, and there indeed is the first points off turnovers, and Miami cuts the Raptor lead into single digits. Grady Dick, far side, up fake on Hero. Tyler put his hands behind his back, literally, to try and make sure he didn't pick up a foul. Raptors work the ball around, though. It's Walter stuck at the free throw line, goes back out on the perimeter to Grady. Tried to bounce one to Poeltl and a kick ball. It'll be a fresh 14 for the Raptors.
Grady's got to do a better job in screen and roll. When you come off, look at the guy who's guarding the screener. He'll tell you what to do. Jovic was in a quasi-drop coverage there. Eat up the space, or with you being a good shooter, pull up and punish him with a jump shot that you probably practiced hundreds of times in the summer and in a pregame warm-up type situation.
43-34, Raptors leading by 9, 6:14 to go in the first half as Barrett checks back into the ballgame. He tosses it into Poeltl, gives it back to RJ. Now over in the far corner to Walter, 3-ball, no good. Raptors have struggled a little bit with the 3 tonight, just 3 of 10. Miami with the rebound, across center they come. Far side, it's Rozier. Gives it up now to Smith. Smith toward the far sideline as he lobs a pass over. Inside the arc, far side to Bam. Bam now trying to work against Poeltl. Drive down into the paint, leans in, off glass, missed it. His own tip, no good. And Grady Dick grabs the rebound. Yak held his ground.
Yeah, he did. And Adebayo did all he could to try and embellish and get a foul. Good no call.
Grady fires a pass, cross court over to Walter on the far side. He puts it on the floor. Turns, fires over Tyler Hero. Missed on an 18-footer.
Well,
I didn't like that shot.
You could tell right away. He was off balance on that shot.
Bam. To Jovic, driving near side. Scoops it up and in. And they call it a foul. Did they get it before the shot or on the shot?
Yeah, on the ground. Grady got him out by the three-point line. There were a couple, at least one other dribble by Jovic on the way to the basket.
I didn't hear the whistle. I just saw the body language. Grady's going to check out of the ball game now as he just picked up his 3rd foul.
Good
leading
chat.
score for the Raptors with 12.
Good chat in the meal hall with Nikola Jovic's dad in France at the Olympics. He saw me wearing Canadian gear, and I looked at him. He was wearing Miami Heat stuff, and I'm like, guy looks like he's probably in his mid-50s wearing Heat stuff. So he must work for the team or be connected with the team, because he ain't playing. With that body, he's not running up and down and shooting jump shots. But we had a great chat. Nice man. And his son is trying to become an accomplished NBA player. Pretty good international player right now.
43-34, now 35 as the first free throw goes down for Jovic. Off the bench for Miami with a couple of points now, both at the free throw line. Awaiting the second free throw. Miami again trailed at one point, 41-25. It's now 43-36. Hold on. If you smell the burning toast, that's me thinking. It's an 11-2 Miami run over the last 3+ minutes.
I still say you would have been better in math class if they'd have used sports analogies.
I think you're right.
You know, when I was teaching percentages, it was all baseball.
I'm trying to remember that math teacher in high school. I think his name was Cienciolo.
All my kids, even the females, they all went off batting averages.
Well, figure out that average, Jonesy. Terry Rozier with a triple has cut the Raptor lead to 4 as Miami now is in the midst of a, hold on, let me do it again, 14-2 run. From down 16 to down only 4 with 4:53 to go in the first half. It's Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, Raptor fans. What would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
Are you on the lookout for workplace health and safety solutions? Well, look no further than SPI Health and Safety. For over 50 years, we've been keeping Canadian workers safe. From safety products to expert training, consulting, and equipment rentals, SPI has everything you need to keep your teams safe. And now, save $25 on orders of $250 or more with code SPI25. SPI Health and Safety. Your safety, our priority. Visit SPI.com today.
439 Pizza Nova. 439 Pizza Nova.
Craving something sweet after your favorite pizza? Introducing our new cannoli chips, a classic Italian dessert for pizza night. These crispy, bite-sized chips are available exclusively at Pizza Nova. Ciao, I'm Dominic Primucci, inviting you to taste the difference.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. 4:53 to go in the second quarter. Raptors leading the Heat 43-39. We welcome anybody that might be checking out the Raptor broadcast tonight as they're flicking the dial, perhaps from the Toronto Maple Leafs game, as the Leafs lead 3-1 over the Ducks with 5:56 to go in the second period. So if you're a sports fan, maybe you're watching the Leafs, maybe you're watching the Raptors, maybe you're keeping an eye or an ear on Thursday night football as well, as in the first quarter. San Francisco has a 3-0 lead over the Rams. But, of course, our focus and attention is on the NBA and the Raptors, specifically with Toronto on the road in Miami and leading the Heat by 4. But it wasn't that long ago they had a 16-point lead. And it's been now cut to 4 with under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Grady Dick with 12 for the Raptors. Off the bench, Jakob Poeltl with 12. And, yes, off the bench, he did not start tonight. Bruno Fernando started because we were told that Poeltl had back spasms and was doubtful to play, but 2 minutes into the ballgame, Poeltl popped off the bench, and he has played well in this ballgame. He's getting a rest right now with Ochai Agbaji on the floor alongside Jonathan Mobo, RJ Barrett, Davion Mitchell, and Kelly Olynyk. Olynyk has the ball right now straight away above the arc, trying to work against Jovic. Now hands off to Barrett. Barrett directing traffic with Jimmy Butler in front of him. Barrett now on a switch is picked up by Tyler Hero. Shot clock down to 5. Barrett crosses up Hero, gets into the paint, splits defenders, lays it in, and they call a travel. They say on the split of defenders he took a little skip and took an extra step. I don't know about that.
I don't either. Then you got to go back and take away Damian Lillard's winning basket in the NBA Cup game against Orlando.
Well, and Darko Rajakovic was looking up at the replay and wondering if that was legit. But Miami inbounded the ball and didn't even give Darko a chance to contest that one, challenge that one if he wanted to. Luckily for the Raptors, it doesn't hurt them on the other end as Terry Rozier misses a triple, so the Raptors come back on offense, still leading by 4. Barrett on the perimeter has it.
Zone.
Now Kelly Olynyk down on the block far side. He's bear hugged by Tyler Hero. He was stuck in no man's land, and Kelly Olynyk was going to work. And that foul is team foul number 5. It's going to send Kelly Olynyk to the free throw line with 3:59 to go in the first half. Olynyk's been back for a couple of games now. Good to see him back out there. They sorely missed his production and certainly veteran presence. He has struggled a little bit tonight in his return to Miami. The one-time member of the Heat, 0 for 3, scoreless, does have a rebound, an assist, and a couple of steals in 4 minutes of action. After the missed free throw, let's see if he can knock down the second one. Raptors leading by 4. And it'll stay that way as Olynyk goes 0 for 2 at the stripe. Raptors just 4 of 7 at the free throw line tonight. Miami trailing by 4. Jimmy Butler has it on the wing near side. Mobo in front of him. Butler to Jovic. Jovic gets down right under the tin and draws defenders, then lays it up and in. Miami has come back to cut it to 2. After trailing by 16, Raptor 3 ball is no good on the near side, and now Miami with the rebound. They could tie the game. Outlet pass to Jimmy Butler.
Walked.
Butler under the rim, in the paint a long time, out on the perimeter, far corner to Jovic. Now Butler on the wing far side. Butler trying to go at Barrett. Drive to the baseline, finds the cutter Smith, and it goes off a Raptor hand as Mobo got in the pass lane, deflected it. It's out of bounds off Toronto with 8 on the shot clock.
Really nice job by Mobo. And I thought Butler walked. If you're going to call RJ on that stuff, the consistency of that call.
Mobo deflects the ball away from Butler. Butler gets it back, up fake at the free throw line. Then he turns, fires over Mobo, falls to the floor, tried to bait the official, and the refs weren't buying it. And a shot clock violation on the Heat. Great defense from Jonathan Mobo. He was all over Jimmy Butler. Deflected the inbound pass, then stayed on his hip on the initial up fake, then stuck a hand straight up the nose on the step back from Butler. The rookie showing us the full package right there. 43-41, Raptors leading by 2. After leading by 16, they've given up a 16-2 run, but they end it right there on a scoop in the lane from Ochai Agbaji as the Raptors stretch the lead now to 4 with 2:47 to go in the first half. Driving, far side, left-hand layup, it's good for Drew Smith, and the lead back down to 2. 45-43. Raptors across center. Davion Mitchell on that Heat logo. Calls out the play. On the far side, crosses up Tyler Hero, and Hero's called for a reach as Mitchell was looking to drive, and Davion Mitchell's going to go to the free throw line.
Nice job by Mitchell. I mean, listen, the Raptors had the big lead. You kind of knew that, you know, the old adage, everybody makes a run, and Toronto just got to dig back in now and try to reestablish that lead.
So Mitchell heads to the stripe with 2.5 minutes to go in this first half. Davion Mitchell on the season shooting just 64% at the free throw line. Knocks down the first one. That certainly needs to improve as the season goes on. He has been so good for the Raptors in so many ways, but again, the free throw shooting needs to see quite a few upticks right now.
From everybody, not just,
you're right
not just Davion,
you're
everybody.
Right about that. Knocks down both free throws. Raptor lead is 4. Ticking now under 2.5 minutes to go in this first half. Again, Amit Mann comes up with our halftime show. Jimmy Butler on the near side, drives into the paint, turns around, fires out to Hero. Hero sets the feet, elevates, and misses badly on a 3-ball.
Great challenge by Davion Mitchell, not letting him get anything for free.
And now Mitchell to Ochai down Main Street, lays it up and in. Raptors push the lead to 6. Miami comes back the other way. And an alley-oop, soft two-hand dunk for Jimmy Butler, plus the foul, the three-point opportunity coming for Jimmy Butler.
You got to match up. You got to run back, get your butt to the baseline, and find somebody coming.
And Jonesy, I remember you and I sitting in Miami. We were privy to sit in on a couple of the Raptors' practices during training camp. And that was one of the main things. As much as they wanted to run, Darko was on these guys to get back, eagle with the wings spread, with the arms spread out. And we've seen this become, I don't want to sit here and label it a lazy habit, but at times it is a lazy habit where Toronto just doesn't get back.
Dwayne Casey talked about it, and it's one of the things that coaches always look at. Your first 3 steps in transition, you should be up to full speed after 3 steps, haul and tail back to protect the basket.
Under 2 minutes to go now. Jimmy Butler hit the free throw. 3-point play was good. Raptors leading by 3, 49-46. Driving into the paint, Davion Mitchell, and he's called for an offensive foul. As he got into the paint, I think they're saying that he cleared out with an elbow. Wow. I think that huff from Jonesy tells the story.
Well, because if that's done on the other end, if Tyler Hero does that, they're going to call him for...
It's not a foul.
It's not a foul.
We just saw the
it's
replay.
Not a foul.
Drew Smith had hands all over Davion Mitchell.
Like,
that's a play on.
It's a grown man's game.
Butler at the free throw line kicks out to Jovic to tie the game, and he does. Tied at 49.
As Butler fouls RJ trying to get out on the contest. It just...
Well, you can't see it on the radio, but Jonesy is shaking his head, and if there was a cloud in the room, he'd be shaking his fist at the cloud right now.
I'm just flabbergasted by the inconsistencies of calls.
Let me grab the soapbox from me for a second. You and I were texting back and forth at almost 1 o'clock in the morning last night because we were both watching the Houston Golden State game. I said to you I still didn't like the shot from Steph Curry. You said you didn't mind it, but putting the shot aside, the rebound that came off the missed 3-ball from Steph Curry. Golden State leading by 1. They maybe could have milked the clock a little bit more. They didn't. Curry misses the 3. Loose ball comes out. Gary Payton Jr. dives to the floor. Looks like Van Vliet gets on his back. No foul call. Then Payton, ill-advised, tries to throw the ball towards the top of the arc to an open man. Curry, somebody, anybody. And as Dylan Brooks dives to the floor. No, it wasn't Dylan Brooks. It was Kuminga who came over the back of
Jalen Green.
Jalen Green, yes. And Brooks was calling for a timeout, as was Alperen Şengün. Other players on the floor were signaling for a jump ball, and the trail official behind the play on the baseline, Bill Kennedy, calls a foul on a play that happened like 80 feet from the bucket.
As Steve Kerr said, yeah, we lose the game.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, I disagree with him about losing the game. You make a few shots, get a few stops. It's different, but that call, critical, 80 feet from the basket.
And it speaks to the officiating, though, that you were just talking about, as R.J. Barrett misses on a scoop in the lane, had a good look at it, and came up empty. Now Miami has a chance to take the lead. Far corner, Smith 3-ball is good, and Miami has come back from down 16 to lead by 3.
Another one where Toronto couldn't get matched up in transition.
A 27-8 run for the Heat over the last 7.5 minutes, and it could continue right here as R.J. Barrett just turned the ball over, losing control of his dribble. It goes out of bounds on the baseline, and Miami picks it up after the Raptors' 6th turnover. Under a minute to go in the first half. Hero has it straight away. Deep one goes down, and the run continues. Now 30-8.
You got to be up on him. You know, he's one of the keys at the beginning of the game. Just, you got to be in his stuff all the time to make him uncomfortable and make him think that when he is open, I better shoot this quickly because somebody's going to be coming at me.
Barrett down on the block to Poeltl. Poeltl went left, comes back right, and easy one, puts it up and in.
Under all kinds of contact and pressure from Bam.
Yeah, he looked like a pinball out there the way he was getting knocked around by Bam. 3-ball, Jovic, far wing is good. Miami is starting to scorch from distance. They're up to 50% from 3, 52% from the floor. 35 points in the quarter for the Heat. They lead by 7. A 23-point swing in about 8 minutes. 9 seconds to go. 3 seconds on the shot clock, and another Raptor turnover as Barrett just fired a missile to Jacoby Walter on the right block, and it sails off his fingertips out of bounds.
Well, they were in the zone, and the play would have been to go to Poeltl and then have him look for Jacoby Walter or collapse the defense and kick it out.
Miami tries to put it down the floor to Jimmy Butler. Couldn't come up with it. Raptors advance, and at the buzzer, Barrett tried to get one off but didn't. It came a little bit too late, and Miami goes into the half with a 7-point lead. It's 58-51. Jonesy from 41-25 to 58-51.
Well, we were talking about the turnovers, how they did such a good job.
33-10.
Yeah, not so much. The turnovers, and then not matching up with three-point shooters. Nikola Jovic, his last 3 was a practice 3 with nobody even close to him.
So the Raptors go into the break trailing by 7, and if I can get you the number right here to give it to you exact, it was roughly over the last, we'll call it 8 minutes, just over 8 minutes. Again, a 33-10 run for the Miami Heat. Amit Man comes up next with the halftime show. Raptors trailing 58-51 on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Right in it. Yeah, I see you. Yeah, you, the one that's hanging out with us listening to the Raptors game. Yeah, and you haven't hit that subscribe button yet. What the heck are you waiting for? Come on, hit that subscribe button so you can help us get that plaque. We're going after that 100,000 subscriber plaque, and only you can help us get there. So thank you for hitting that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you don't miss it when we go live for every single Toronto Raptors game of the season. If it's a Toronto sports team playing, we're live right here on TSI. Toronto FC games hopefully coming soon next season. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for hitting that subscribe button, and let's go Raptors.
A Bose premium sound system, your crew will love it too. Huh, maybe it should be called the Civic 2.0. Redefine your drive with the 2025 Civic Hybrid. Visit your Ontario Honda dealer and test drive yours today.
At Newboro, we develop unique plans so people can unlock the equity in their home. Unique like this one. It's called the Aaron and Catherine Plan. Aaron was in the middle of selling his small business and wanted to pay off some debt. Truth is, big banks are not too keen on small business. So we developed a plan that was the perfect fit. Because as we see it, you're anything but small. Reach out today. We'll work side by side to unlock the equity in your home.
Use your home to get a loan with Newboro.
License 13115.
'Twas the nights before Christmas, and Santa was stirring. His elves were in agreement. as they were conferring. For jolly St. Nick needed extra space, and Access Storage was the perfect hiding place.
When you need space like Santa, head to Access Storage for safe and affordable storage solutions near you. You can create the space you need when you need it. Access Storage. Shop Canadian, store Canadian. Try 4 weeks free at over 100 locations in Ontario. Visit accessstorage.ca.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Barrett misses on a scoop in the lane, had a good look at it, and came up empty. Now Miami has a chance to take the lead. Far corner, Smith three ball is good, and Miami has come back from down 16 to lead by 3.
Yep. The Miami Heat had a very strong ending to that second quarter. Welcome to the halftime show. It is brought to you by your Ontario Honda dealers. Up your game. Lease a CRV from 2.99% up to 28 months. Visit HondaOntario.com. So the Raptors are down 58-51 at the half. They did lead 41-25 at one point, but man, oh man, those threes really started to pop for the Miami Heat in that second quarter. Both teams are doing a pretty good job of containing the threes in the first 18 minutes of the game. But then that last 6 minutes or so, man, the Heat really did come down with a whole bunch of thunder. RJ Barrett, 4.6 rebounds, 5 assists. Jakob Poeltl, a surprise addition to the game because, 2 minutes in, we were thinking that he was not going to play. It was back spasms, and there he is on the court taking a big bump from Bam Adebayo, but I guess he's okay. Grady Dick, 12 and 3 fouls, so he had to check out a little bit earlier than he planned on it. That's how she goes. We'll talk about more of that in just a moment. Tyler Hero, lots of pull-up threes. He has 12. Bam Adebayo, 6 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists. And Nikola Jovic, I talked about that thunder off the bench. Those threes, those barrage of threes that came from the Miami Heat, well, he was a headliner in that. He has 11 points. Bench points, all right, 29-23 for the Raptors. But at one point, that was much higher at one point. That the advantage the Raptors had was much higher, and it kind of went away because of some of the bench production from the Miami Heat down the stretch of that second quarter. Fast break points, Raptors are leading 14-3, but the pace of this game is anything but slow. The Raptors may be leading in fast break points, but this pace of this game is up and down. It is nonstop. A very fun first half. Could have gone better from the Toronto Raptors. 7 of 14 for the Heat from the 3. We will have more on the halftime show when we return as we look ahead to keys for the final 24 minutes. When we come back, you are listening to Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and sportsnet.ca.
Ah, at last, the Subaru winter is here. It's the perfect weather for the beach. Feel the sun's rays on the small amount of skin peeking out of your ski mask. Put on your beach puffer and hear the sound of the waves crashing over the chatter of your teeth. Get out there in winter like it's summer with standard symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive and advanced safety systems. Your holiday bonus awaits. Visit your local Subaru dealer for details.
Join us to heal the future for SickKids patients. Every unique child SickKids sees comes to the hospital for world-class care, and everyone comes with a story.
My name's Ava. If you're listening to this, make sure you donate to help heal the future for kids like me. If it wasn't for donors like you, SickKids wouldn't be able to do the amazing work that they continue to do. This Giving Tuesday, join us to heal the future for SickKids patients like me.
Help SickKids heal more futures. Donate today at healthefuture.ca.
For 40 years, listeners have pondered why Pizzaville begins every ad with these now immortal words.
It was a rainy day in Pizzaville when I realized...
Questions like these have perplexed mankind for millennia. What is the meaning of life? What is the true nature of the universe? Will Toronto ever win the cup? Next up, is Netflix going behind the scenes of It Was a Rainy Day? Pizzaville. 40 years of funny.
The Nissan All-In Clear-Out event is on now, where you can lease or finance select remaining 2024 Rogue from 0.99% for 24 months. Plus, qualified Nissan owners may receive up to $500 in loyalty bonus. Go all in with the Nissan Rogue and enjoy the 1.5-liter VC turbo engine for a perfect balance of power and efficiency. And with standard all-wheel drive, you're ready for wherever the drive takes you. Conditions apply. Quantities limited. See Nissan.ca for details.
'Twas the nights before Christmas, and Santa was stirring. His elves were in agreement, as they were conferring. For jolly St. Nick needed extra space, and Access Storage was the perfect hiding place.
When you need space like Santa, head to Access Storage for safe and affordable storage solutions near you. You can create the space you need when you need it. Access Storage. Shop Canadian, store Canadian. Try 4 weeks free at over 100 locations in Ontario. Visit accessstorage.ca.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Hello, hello. It's the halftime show. My name is Emmett the Man. So at the half, we are at 58-51 for the Miami Heat. And yes, the second quarter was a pivotal moment for the Heat, at least in that first half, because the three started to fall and the Raptors got very undisciplined with what they were doing on the defensive end. I mean, you think that after, playing pretty much like 18 solid minutes of, switching defense, and both teams were switching a lot in that first half. It seemed like they were both trying to limit the threes and kind of allowing some of the, deep paint drives that some of, Tyler Hero got it. Grady Dick got a couple. RJ Barrett got to the paint. Jakob Poeltl had his moments. But yeah, opened up really in that second quarter. Like, I'm not sure. It was kind of strange that the Raptors kind of just stopped playing their defense and stopped kind of talking on defense. Because once you do that, I mean, then a Tyler Hero, a Nikola Jovic, Jimmy Butler, I mean, everyone's kind of really starting to feel themselves, and the shots are going to start to fall. It was interesting that Jakob Poeltl is playing in this game. It's very perplexing. Like, we're told shortly before the game that he's going to be out with back spasms. And if you've had back spasms just don't go away. Right? They linger, they stay, they don't get better in like 10, 15 minutes. But, I mean, it is what it is. And unfortunately for Bruno Fernando, I mean, he got to start the game, but then after that, he did not come back into it, and Jonathan Mobo took over those backup center minutes. But yeah, I mean, I liked how the Raptors were attacking the zone early on the offensive end. Miami, they go to a 1-2-2. Then, like, in the possession, they're switching to a 3-2. Then they're going to a 2-3. And it's pretty fun to watch. But the Raptors have played this team, this is the third time. And between film and their just feel and, muscle memory against the zone defense, I thought it'd be a little bit better. But that 1-2-2 at the end, it got them pretty rattled. And I guess specifically RJ Barrett, he's the ball handler in a lot of these cases in a 1-2-2, and his decision-making out of it, and I guess like some of the off-ball cuts weren't as precise and timely as they needed to be. They have to be faster, pacier to counter, the movement of that zone defense. It is stagnant, but you cannot be stagnant. And the Raptors just kind of stop moving. And we'll have to see what adjustments they make in the third quarter here, but I would imagine they're going to see that 1-2-2 again, and they got to be able to hit their shots. So that's something they got to get better at. But, I mean, it was good to see that Jakob Poeltl is back on the court, and it seemed like Miami was pretty content with allowing him to just, kind of beat up on some of their smaller players off switches, because they want Bam Adebayo guarding the ball. They believe he can switch on to anyone in the world, right? And once that happens, because, Bam and Yak, they're each other's checks, now he's switching on to someone. Yak is switching on to someone. And who that person is, it varies. And, sometimes he was successful, other times not so much on some of his turnaround hook shots. This is a game where if he wants to, if you recall that Boston Celtics game where he had his career high, this could be the same kind of thing that happens again if he's able to compose himself and make some of these easier shots around the rim. But we'll see how it goes for Jakob Poeltl and the Raptors in this second half here. It was good to see Grady Dick getting very comfortable on the offensive end. As I said, Miami is limiting his three-point shots. They're running him off the line. And at that point, you got to get to the rim. You got to find a way to penetrate and finish at the basket. And he was doing that through some of his pull-up twos and just coming off really hard off of those screens and being really skinny against those Jakob Poeltl screens. And from there, you're driving towards the rim, and hopefully you're just trying to beat the big that you're encountering. And he did a good job with that. But we're going to see how things go for the Raptors here in the second half. Hopefully Grady Dick stays out of foul trouble, because they need him back on the court. Eric Smith and Paul Jones are raring to go for the second half. The final 24 coming up after the break. You are listening to Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and sportsnet.ca.
Alpine News Network is here live with one of our superheroes.
People sometimes ask, sure, you can consolidate people's debts using telekinesis, but what else can you do? As if changing lives isn't enough. Well, I can also use my power to make it rain hot dogs. It's still not as cool as consolidating debts into one easy payment, though.
Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved.
Just for license 12616.
Sportsnet 590 The Fan presents the 50-50 Fortune supporting food for kids.
We've created a 50-50 lottery where the more money we raise, the more kids we can feed in the GTA, and the more you can win.
The current take-home prize is over $650,000.
Buy your tickets at foodforkids5050.ca or text the word cash to 590-590 and we'll send the link right to your phone.
Standard message and data rates apply. 18 plus, please play responsibly. Lottery license RAF 1428141.
This holiday season, it's not all about the ho-ho-ho. It's all about the low. Lone Star's 2 can dine for $59.99. Enjoy a Tex-Mex 3-course meal with your choice of AAA steak, sizzling fajitas, barbecue ribs, shrimp tacos, and more. Start with the famous queso and top it off with churros for dessert. A 3-course meal for 2 for $59.99. Your home for fajitas, Ritas, and good times.
439 Pizza Nova. 439 Pizza Nova.
Craving something sweet after your favorite pizza? Introducing our new cannoli chips, a classic Italian dessert for pizza night. These crispy, bite-sized chips are available exclusively at Pizza Nova. Ciao, I'm Dominic Trimucci, inviting you to taste the difference.
439 Pizza Nova.
It's the Lexus December to Remember event at Don Valley North Lexus. Right now, Lexus loyalty guests can lease the 2024 RX 350 with rates as low as 0.9% or choose from Canada's largest selection of Lexus demonstrators with offers you won't want to miss. Hurry, these offers end December 31st. See website for details. Expect excellence.
Don Valley North for Lexus.
A proud member of Wayne's Auto Group.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
There is work to be done for the Raptors. Toronto leading by 16 in the second quarter. And they give up a 33-10 run over the final 8+ minutes to go into the half down 7, 58-51. Grady Dick starts the second half in the paint with a turnaround fading jumper, no good. It grazed the iron. And Miami gets the rebound, brings it across center. I guess if you forget the fact that you were up 16 and say, hey, on the road in Miami, tough place, trailing by only 7, but make it now 9 as Adebayo finishes on a big-time alley-oop. Off the find on the pass from Robinson. It's a 9-point lead, and it's back down to 7 as Barrett gets into the paint and floats one up and in.
Well, I guess it's the way it happened, Eric, and that's the killer, the fact that you were up big. Not that you were going to keep that lead the whole way, but your defense got soft and let them get back into it.
And back the other way. Raptors trying to dig in defensively, and they do get a stop. Barrett drives down Main Street, missed the shot. Ochai couldn't get there with the rebound, and here come the Heat again with the ball. Butler in the back door has it. Had the ball knocked away, deflected by Mobo. Picked back up by Butler on the far sideline with Heat leading 60-53. Now Butler drives, goes under the tin into the near corner, and Highsmith bobbles it. And the Heat turn it over.
Hopefully the Raptors take advantage of some of these turnovers, but your screen and roll defense, point of attack, get guys off their spot. All those are all little things that are key.
And they do indeed take advantage as Ochai gets to the tin, lays it in. It's 60-55. And now a little pressure in the backcourt. Ochai Agbaji was there but couldn't squeeze the ball. Goes out of bounds off him, so Miami will throw it in again. 10:21 to go in the quarter. We are just underway in the third. Raptors enter the half down 7. They're trailing by 5 right now. As Adebayo brings it across center, now hands to Butler over on the far wing. It's Highsmith. Barrett under his chin. Highsmith lobs the pass to Butler as he got it beyond Grady Dick, and then Grady crashes trying to get the rebound off the Butler miss. Adebayo on the ground, rolling around, is still rolling, and now tied up. It's going to be a jump ball.
I was wondering if the referees had the guts to call if you backed off and just shadowed the ball, because no matter where he passes it from the ground, you're going to be able to get a deflection or maybe even intercept it if they would have the guts to call 3 seconds on a guy.
60-55, 9:59 to go in quarter number 3. And Toronto is going to get it off the jump. Bam Adebayo says that Poeltl touched it on the jump ball. Now the Heat are literally hopping mad about the call.
Wow.
And the officials are not overruling or overturning. They're giving the Raptors the ball.
It looked like Poeltl actually said to one of his guys, "Why didn't you get the ball?"
And now as the Raptors bring it across center, I believe we have a shot clock malfunction, and they're going to reset things.
That was definitely Miami ball on the tip.
You take it and run if you're a Raptor fan, right?
Missed call for sure.
Grady Dick on the baseline near side. Elevates over Tyler Hero. Missed the jump shot. And Miami gets the rebound across center. On the far side comes Hero. Crossed up Mobo. Got in the lane. Lost the handle. Loose ball picked up. They're going to call a kick ball. Raptors thought they forced another turnover, but it went off one of the Raptors' feet. Couldn't tell who. There were so many bodies in the lane there. Either way, it's going to be a fresh 14. Check that. Fresh 17 for the Heat as they head and tick down below 14. 9:38 to go in quarter number 3. I got a trivia question for you at some point, Jonesy.
Okay.
60-55, Miami leading. As Butler gets into lane, tried to find Bam. Raptors were right there. They were reading the mail, but they couldn't squeeze.
Poeltl did a nice job in the drop coverage. And again, Butler should be eating up the space and driving, but not really a great read.
Butler tonight only 1 of 5 for 6 points. He got an offensive rebound right there and just got fouled again by Toronto. Raptors are right there making all the right plays, but not every play, right?
Yeah.
They're not finishing plays.
You've got to be consistent. You've got to finish plays. You certainly do.
All right, here's my trivia question for you. Or maybe I'll wait till we have free throws. I'm going to wait till we have free throws. 5-point lead for the Heat. They get another chance on this possession with a fresh 14 as Butler inbounds to Bam. Bam above the arc, Poeltl in front of him. Looks like they're trying to get it to Butler with Grady Dick right there. Coming over with the help is Barrett, but Butler floats one up and in from about 6 feet. It's good to go. And a 7-point lead for the Heat.
Still a little bit too much space for Butler to make that pass.
R.J. Barrett back the other way, misses on the scoop, but it's tipped out by Poeltl to a cutting Ochai Agbaji, who takes flight with a big-time flush and the foul, and a 3-point opportunity coming for Ochai.
Good job by Poeltl to keep it alive, and no Miami player stopped the ball. Ochai saw a lane, and nice job by Poeltl holding off Adebayo, the potential shot blocker.
And Ochai nearly had to go over the back of his own teammate, Jakob Poeltl, as Yak was caught in the lane, and Ochai came flying in like it was a dunk contest, and he was jumping over his teammate.
Jakob was pushed by Jimmy Butler. I don't know who they got the foul on for Miami, but I mean, if there was a foul, it was on Adebayo pushing Jakob. So kind of a discontinued three-point play.
All right, here's my trivia question for you. I think it's been asked enough that it doesn't really count anymore. If folks are hearing for the first time, Miami is unique in that they retired Michael Jordan's number 23. They also retired Dan Marino's number 13.
Did it retire 23 or 45?
23, I believe.
For Jordan.
Pretty sure it's
23. Okay.
Is up with motion as the foul occurs. We would shoot one shot. The basket is good.
There you go.
Okay, Dan Marino.
Who are the 6 Miami Heat players that have actually been retired?
Wow.
So not counting those unique ones we just gave you, who are the 6 Miami Heat players that have had their jerseys retired? You don't have to answer me right now. We'll think about it as we go.
Ronnie Cycli, one of them? No.
So after that Ochai dunk.
Well, Dwayne Wade in that bad statue is one of them.
That is a horrible statue. You're right about that. It is a horrible statue. Poeltl goes to the free throw line. Takes the breath and misses the free throw. He's now 2 for 3 at the stripe in the game. 62-57. 8:50 to go third quarter. Highsmith, wing, near side, elevates for the three and knocks it down. Man, he really got his bunny hops into that one.
Well, again, the defense was, you can't give a guy that kind of space, especially in this league where guys are coming off looking to shoot that the same way Grady got that one down.
Yeah, he came off looking to shoot, but that was a 2 as he got it at the free throw line, knocked it down clean. Grady's got 14. Raptors trailed by 6. Highsmith, who hit that 3 moments ago, has 6 points in the game. As Duncan Robinson now near sideline, elevates over Grady, missed it, back rim, long rebound comes out, tracked down by RJ Barrett. 3-on-3 the other way, Barrett in the paint, the leaner, too strong, wouldn't go for RJ. He has struggled tonight, just 3 of 11. 65-59, 6-point lead for the Heat, 8:03 to go in the quarter. Hero steps into a 3, knocks it down, plus the foul, and a 4-point opportunity coming for Tyler Hero.
Really nice move by Hero. Thought he embellished the contact. I didn't think Ochai got him to the point, but that's the league these days. Everybody shoots a jump shot and then falls down, whether somebody's close to you or not. I mean, there was contact, but...
The free throw is good, and Miami has opened up a 10-point lead. Toronto has been outscored 44-18 since they had the lead at 41-25. 7:45 to go third quarter. Ochai turns the corner into the paint, goes into the near corner to Mobile, cut off on the baseline near side. Keeps his dribble alive, though, gets into the paint, now finds Poeltl just below the far elbow. Jumper good for Yak. Raptors down 8.
Need some defense, though. Miami's shooting percentage has come up to 51%. They're 53% from distance, outscoring you by 18 points from behind the arc. And then your points in the paint domination is not as pronounced as it usually is.
And another 3-ball for the Heat goes down. This one for Highsmith. 11-point lead, largest of the game for the Heat. Barrett back in the paint. A lot of contact, no call. Barrett screaming at the official right now. In fact, he's running across the floor to get right up into the official's face, Sean Wright, who now tees up Barrett. He was immediately upset about that call and went from the far near side of the court to the other end of the court and just barked at the official.
For a guy that drives to the basket as much as RJ does, and there was definite contact there. There was definite contact
Absolutely.
there. I pushed him off his spot. For a guy that drives to the 10 as much as RJ Barrett does, he's got one. He doesn't have a free throw tonight. He doesn't have a free throw tonight. And it's not like he's a guy that doesn't go to the basket. He's pushed, he's grabbed, he's bumped, and there's no foul call.
Jimmy Butler hits the free throw on the technical free throw to give Miami now a 12-point lead.
Again, the Raptors in a free throw discrepancy at a disadvantage with their opponents.
Adebayo on the perimeter near side, bounces it down toward the block near side to Butler. He's trying to work against the smaller Mitchell. Went left, came back right, and Mitchell pulled the chair out, and Butler walked. What a play by Davion Mitchell. Turnover Miami as the Raptors will get the ball with 6:53 to go in the quarter.
That's good. That's really good defense by Davion.
And there's going to be a timeout on the floor, charge to Miami. Again, with 6:53 to go in the quarter, Miami has opened up a 12-point lead. It's 73-61 on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, Raptor fans. What would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
Go, let's start the betting off with 1,200. Do I have 1,200?
Don't miss North Toronto Auction's public auction this Friday and Saturday. On Friday, bid on ATVs, travel trailers, snowmobiles, and more. Then on Saturday, cars, trucks, SUVs, commercial and industrial equipment are up for auction.
1,700 going once.
Bid in person or online and preview the entire lineup Tuesday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Complimentary breakfast or lunch for all early bird registrants. It's the most exciting way to buy a vehicle. Visit NorthTorontoAuction.com.
So.
Hey, this is David from Whitby. I really don't want another pair of socks this year, so if anyone in my family hears this, what I really want is a Thermea Spa Village gift certificate. And if all of my loved ones hear this, and I end up with 3 or 4 Thermea gift certificates, even better. Cool.
This holiday season, give your loved ones what they really want. Give the gift of Thermea. Visit thermea.com/Whitby to purchase a gift certificate. Take good care.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590. The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. 73-61. Miami leading Toronto by 12. 6:53 to go in the third quarter. All right, Jonesy, back to the trivia question. 6 Miami Heat players have had their jerseys retired.
Have they retired Shaq's yet?
Yep.
So Wade, Shaq, Alonzo Mourning.
There's 3.
Those are the guys from the title, from the championship team. Can't think of anybody else off the top of my head, although there'll be head slappers when you tell me.
Chris Bosh.
Oh, Chris Bosh. Yeah.
Tim Hardaway.
Okay.
And Udonis Haslem.
And UD last year.
Yep.
Yeah.
And like everybody in the league, number 6 not able to be worn, so officially, technically retired by the Heat. Bill Russell's number 6. And again, they are a unique franchise in that if you go down to Miami and look up in the rafters, there is a black and red banner signifying Michael Jordan's 23, and also a, green and orange, teal and orange of the Miami Dolphins, the number 13 for Dan Marino retired. But 6 actual Heat players. Running floater in the lane, no good for Mitchell. Missed it badly, but tracks down his own miss. Kicks out to Walter for 3 on the near sideline, and Jacoby buries it.
Need some more of that. We also need some better defense. The Heat shooting percentage continuing to climb.
Raptors down 9. 6:20 to go third quarter. Duncan Robinson floats one to Jimmy Butler. He wasn't ready for it. Heat didn't turn it over, though, as Bam Adebayo tracks it down. Fires out to Tyler Hero, up fake, and then he sidesteps, plants the feet, and buries a 3 to put Miami back up 12. 76-64, Mitchell into the paint, out on the perimeter. To Ochai, back to Mitchell in the near corner. Davion now comes around a Poeltl screen, gets to the free throw line in the paint, floats it up, took the hit. Bucket is good. 3-point opportunity coming for Davion Mitchell. Off the bench, Mitchell now 4 points, 5 assists, and gets a chance to go back to the free throw line where he's a perfect 2 of 2 on the night. And as our producer, J.R. Manitad, writes in our little group chat, you think they'll retire LeBron's? It's 100% right? Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, they will.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they will. They will, although he didn't leave under great terms.
They're going to retire it, though.
They'll retire it, though. I mean, he brought 2 championships there. He's a franchise with, what do they have, 4 championships? 5?
Yeah, and with no disrespect intended, I honestly don't mean this as a backhanded compliment. Chris Bosh was an extremely important part to what they did, but if you're retiring Chris Bosh, you're certainly retiring LeBron James.
Definitely.
Mitchell's free throw is good.
But the Bosh situation reminds me of the current situation with Pascal Siakam and OG Anunoby. And people can take what they want of this, I'm crying and I'm this. They treat Toronto as an outpost sometimes. I mean, people are talking about Anunoby and how great he is. Well, he was in Toronto for a bunch of time. You're telling me that you haven't watched if this is a revelation for you.
Absolutely.
Same with Siakam. Wow, he's really good. What?
Yeah,
he was on a championship team.
All-star.
Yeah, he's an all-NBA player. Like, you're just seeing this?
Yep.
So as Dwayne Casey would say, you're telling on yourself.
76-67. Is that another one of those palindromes?
Yes.
Deep triple far side. No good for Highsmith, but Butler tracks it down. Fresh 14 for Miami. Offensive rebounds have been key for the Heat tonight. Highsmith whips one down low to Love, who was held by Mitchell, and it's going to be a foul on the floor on Davion Mitchell. I'm surprised I even remember that word, Jonesy.
It's good. Word study's working.
You've been hammering it home to me for 20 years. More than that. I didn't even call it a velodrome. 5:23 to go in this third quarter as Butler gets it in. Finds Smith to Love. Back over to Butler. Near elbow extended. He is out toward the perimeter. Goes up top to Love. Love back over to Butler on the wing. Butler trying to shake free from Walter. Now Hines it to Highsmith. And he heaves it up at the end of the shot clock. Missed it. Raptors track down the rebound. Come down the floor. Down Main Street. Davion Mitchell. And a man's move there as he leans in on Highsmith and gets the layup to go.
And no contact, right? Like that's one that could have easily been an and one.
Raptors down 7. Trying to make a little comeback here after trailing by as many as 12. Hero just crossed up Olynyk, got to the 10 and scoops it up and in. That was a beautiful layup right there.
The defense has to be aware because Kelly's honoring a shot from a guy who can shoot it. You've got to give him help on the drive.
Olynyk 3-ball wing near side. Missed it. Kelly tonight off the bench 0 for 4. Raptors trailing by 9. Far side. Butler up top straight away. It's Hero. Hero now dribbling toward the far wing. Deep triple. Tyler Hero missed it. Mobo with the rebound, and he will keep it himself, bring it across center. Finding Olynyk on the near side, driving into the paint. Now fires a pass over the shoulder to a cutting Mobo. Nice connection there for the two bigs. 4:07 to go third quarter. Raptors again trailing by 7. 78-71. Highsmith has it straight away, trying to get free from Mitchell. On the near sideline finds Butler. Butler on the wing now, puts it on the floor, drives past Mobo, got toward the rim, went for the layup, missed it, and they're going to call a foul on Jonathan Mobo, and it'll send Jimmy Butler to the free throw line. Interesting, we have not seen Chris Boucher at any point tonight. Bruno Fernando started the game, played 2 minutes, and then Jakob Poeltl with the back spasms came off the bench. We haven't seen Bruno since, but no minutes at all for Chris Boucher. Jimmy Butler goes to the free throw line and misses the first free throw. He's 5 of 7 at the stripe tonight. 9 points in the ball game for Jimmy Butler. Second free throw, no good as well. And the rebound secured by Olynyk. So the Raptors catch a break there instead of falling down by 8 or 9. It stays at 7. They've got a chance to get it down to 5 or 4 right here. Mitchell to Abaji on the near side. It's Olynyk. Good look at a 3. Missed that one. And it continues tonight, the struggle for Olynyk. 0 for 5, scoreless off the bench. 78-71 with 3:33 to go in the third. Threes across the board. And Kevin Love just had his pocket picked by Olynyk. Ball tracked down near center court by Smith, And they're going to get a loose ball foul, I believe, on Davion Mitchell with a little bit of a bump as Mitchell was trying to get to center to track that one down. He didn't think he made contact. He thought it was a flop, and he is giving an earful right now to Robert Hussey. Raptors down 78-71, 3:27 to go in the third quarter. And that was the 5th team foul on the Raptors, so that's going to send Smith to the free throw line. The youngster has 7 points off the bench. Give him, nope. I was going to say give him 8, but that one rolled off the rim. Looked like it was going down, so it stays at 7. He's 3 of 4 from the floor. No rebounds and 1 assist. Jonesy, we were chatting about Jimmy Butler earlier and the fact that there are tons of trade rumors swirling around him and the potential of him leaving Miami. They've made the playoffs all 5 years that he's been there. They've been to the finals twice in his 5 years, and they went to the East Finals in one of those other 3 years.
He'd be a tough loss. It really would be.
79-71 after the free throws were split back the other way. Triple, no good for Jacoby Walter. Miami with the rebound, and as they come the other way, Ochai Agbaji jumped in the pass lane, knocked it away from Smith, but it goes out of bounds. So it'll stay with the Heat with 19 on the shot clock. Miami will inbound from the far side, just to the right of their bench. Pat Riley sitting courtside in attendance, assessing his team, and he will have to make that decision regarding Jimmy Butler. Whether it comes now or towards the deadline or not at all. Butler weaves through the paint, now hands off to Smith, goes cross-court, far wing to the veteran Kevin Love, who drops the triple and pushes the lead back to 11 for the Heat.
He can still do that. A guy that can really, really knock it down, and a veteran who just never loses a shooting touch.
82-71, 11-point lead for the Heat, and Darko wants the timeout with 2:39 to go in the third quarter. It's Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
The 2025 Honda Civic Hybrid is here, and it may sound too good to be true. With a 2-liter 4-cylinder backed by 2 electric motors, giving a combined 200 horsepower, it's our most powerful and fuel-efficient Civic ever. Plus, with an estimated range of over 800 kilometers and available features like a Bose premium sound system, your crew will love it too. Huh, maybe it should be called the Civic 2.0. Redefine your drive with the 2025 Civic Hybrid. Visit your Ontario Honda dealer and test drive yours today.
Orthotics.
Footwear.
Orthotics.
Footwear.
Guys, enough. Kintec are experts in orthotics and footwear. It's what sets them apart. By tailoring orthotics to your shoes and shoes to your orthotics, you get comfort and support designed just for you.
Oh, so it's orthotics and footwear working together.
Like peanut butter and jelly.
You got it.
Or pickles and syrup.
Is that a thing?
PB&J. Pickles and syrup.
Oh, boy.
Kintec footwear and orthotics.
439 Pizza Nova. 439 Pizza Nova.
Craving something sweet after your favorite pizza? Introducing our new cannoli chips, a classic Italian dessert for pizza night. These crispy, bite-sized chips are available exclusively at Pizza Nova. Ciao, I'm Dominic Trimucci, inviting you to taste the difference.
439 Pizza Nova.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back. Third quarter. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. 2:39 to play in the frame. Raptors trailing 82-71. 16 points off the bench for Jakob Poeltl. He's the leading scorer for Toronto. On the other side, Tyler Hero with 21 points. And Jonesy, we talked about him at the beginning of the ball game. And let me ask you again, with all the stuff swirling around about Jimmy Butler and the potential of a trade. First of all, I don't know why the Heat would want to trade him, but I digress. I don't even know why Jimmy would want out for that matter as well. Miami in a playoff spot, 12-10. I think they've got decent balance on the roster. They've got some talent overall, but what do I know? Is Tyler Hero ready to be? I know he's playing well, but if he is the man, if Jimmy Butler's not there, yeah, you're going to still have Bam. Yeah, you're still going to have some other pieces, but clearly you are the lead dog if Jimmy Butler is gone. Do you think Tyler Hero's ready for that?
Well, he elevates to number one on the scouting report, and that makes it tough. I think the fact that he's kind of number one now, at least at this point in the season, but he's still got Jimmy Butler there. The key is what happens come playoff time.
Raptors inbound the ball out of the timeout. We'll see what Darko drew up. RJ's got it on the wing near side. Now fires to Battle on the near sideline. Buries the triple, and Jamison Battle, no doubt about that one, cuts the Miami lead to 8. He plays so well, so confidently. 2 of 2 tonight. 5 points off the bench for Battle. 82-74 Miami. 2:12 to go in the quarter. Butler went right, spins back left, leans in, misses the shot right at the rim, and it's picked up by Olynyk. See if the Raptors can capitalize. Olynyk goes through the paint into the near corner to Walter. Cross court on the far wing to RJ. Drives, stops on a dime, floats one up. He left that one short, but on the offensive rebound, he tried to elevate a second time, and he was fouled, and he's going to go to the stripe. So the Raptors showing some activity there on the glass. They've been out-rebounded tonight, 37-27. But a key play right there for Barrett and the Raptors. And Toronto will have a chance to get this thing down to 6. They were down by 7 at the half.
Kind of hanging in right now, Eric.
Yep.
Like, it's just...
Yep. Down 7 at the half, as I just mentioned. Down as many as 12 in this quarter. Down double figures multiple times, but they now trail by 7. Barrett tries to make it 6, and he will. It's 82-76 with 1:56 to go. Miami quickly inbounds and gives it to Hero. Over on the near side, it's now Butler. Butler inside the arc. Barrett in front of him. Now he crosses up Barrett, gets to the baseline, goes up and under the tin, and lays it in. Great footwork there by Jimmy Butler to push the lead back to 8. Just over 90 seconds to play now as Shed brings it across center. Toward the near side, hands off to Olynyk to Barrett. Barrett straight away. Double teamed. Goes over far side. Walter, good look at a 3. Catch and shoot. Missed it. Rebound to Jovic. Again, the lead sits at 8. Miami could get it back into double figures right here. Love drops it to Hero. Hero lobs it back to Love in the paint. Leans in on Barrett. Turns, fires. Too strong off glass. Gets his own miss back. Puts it off glass again, and that one goes. It's a 10-point lead.
The old veteran, the wily veteran.
86-76. Walter on the perimeter to Barrett. Defense opened up. Barrett saw it, got to the 10, and he blew the layup. And are they calling a foul on Barrett or on Love? Barrett was on the floor. Love ran into him. Are they calling a foul on R.J. Barrett just laying on the floor? No, I think it's going on Love. Trying to clean this up for you folks. No, they're getting a foul on Kelly Olynyk, who shoved Kevin Love. So it wasn't on Barrett, who was on the floor, but it was on Olynyk with a push in the back. Oh, boy. Gives Miami a chance to match their largest lead. We were just talking moments ago about how it was as high as 12, and the Raptors were staying in it. They got it down to 6. Well, it could be right back to 12 right here.
It just jumps like that crazily. Yeah. It's all about the defense and just trying to stay close.
Olynyk, with that foul, has his first off the bench, still scoreless in this game. Kevin Love misses the first free throw, though. So it stays at 10, 86-76. Thursday Night Football, minute 10 to go in the first half, and it's a barn burner, 3-0 San Francisco. That's why you've got it tuned right here to the Raptors and the Heat. Kevin Love hit the free throw, and then Miami takes the ball away on the inbound as Barrett had his pass stolen by Terry Rozier. So the turnover for the Raptors, they're 8th. Miami now with a bucket could take their largest lead of the game. Butler on the baseline, goes far sideline to Rozier, floats one to Smith at the far elbow, fouled by Grady Dick, and Drew Smith's going to get a chance to go to the free throw line and push the lead to 12 or 13 with just 33.7 seconds left in this third quarter. About to say first half. Raptors with a 16-point lead in the first half, then trailed by 7 at the half, went down by 12, cut it to 6, and now trail by 12 again, and it could be 13 in a moment as we await the second free throw of Drew Smith. Grady Dick just picked up his 4th foul. And the free throw is indeed good for Smith, a 13-point lead. So the Raptors will be playing catch-up yet again in this fourth quarter, which comes in about 29 seconds. Jamal Shed across center. Shed on that Heat logo. Covered by Rozier. Olynyk came up to set a screen. Now he catches the pass, finds Jamison Battle. Battle turns the corner into the paint. He was blocked by Jovic. Loose ball tapped around, though, and Battle got a hand on it, found Ochai to Olynyk late in the shot clock. Got to the tin, missed the scoop off the front of the rim. 0 for 6 tonight for Olynyk. 5 seconds to play for the Heat. Rozier, wing, near side, 3-ball, no good. Down low, battling for the rebound, not going to matter as the buzzer sounds and the quarter ends with the Raptors trailing by 13.
Kind of like the accordion, back and forth, in and out. Raptors need to get it together to make a real run into this fourth quarter.
And Miami closes the quarter on a 7-0 run. Raptors had cut it to 6 at 82-76. And over the last minute or so, maybe minute and a half, it was a 7-0 Heat run to basically double up that lead and go into the final frame with their largest lead of the game, 13 points. It's 89-76. Again, final frame comes next after the break on Toronto Raptors basketball. Brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
At Tangerine, we're fans of fans who are invested in the game. Like Gary, who lies with reckless abandon every time he's invited out on game night, so he doesn't have to miss game night. Sorry, it's mating season for my pet squid. My e-scooter is out of gas. I ate a beanless burrito? My shoulder blade feels dull. I'm traveling to the 16th century? That's how Gary fans. And we're fans of Gary. This is how we fan. Tangerine. the official bank of the Toronto Raptors.
The Subaru winter has arrived. The crisp air and negative temperatures mean one thing: camping. Emerge from your icy tent and bask in 4 to 6 hours of sunlight. Enjoy the unmistakable smell of campfire through the glacial wind pummeling your face. Relax by the water, taking in the soothing sounds of thick ice cracking and popping. Get out there in winter like it's summer with standard symmetrical full-time all-wheel drive and advanced safety systems. Your holiday bonus awaits. Visit your local Subaru dealer for details.
439 Pizza Nova. 439 Pizza Nova.
Craving something sweet after your favorite pizza? Introducing our new cannoli chips, a classic Italian dessert for pizza night. These crispy, bite-sized chips are available exclusively at Pizza Nova. Ciao, I'm Dominic Primucci, inviting you to taste the difference.
439 Pizza Nova.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. As we get set to start the fourth quarter, the Raptors trail the Heat 89-76. Tyler Hero, leading scorer in the ballgame with 21. He'll begin the fourth quarter on the bench for the Heat. Miami will come out with Butler, Smith, Love, Rozier, and Jovic. And actually, check that. I see Hawkeyes out there, so they haven't updated the lineups yet. We'll give you the official lineups for both sides in just a couple of moments. Miami just put up 31 on the Raptors in the third quarter, so back-to-back quarters scoring 30-plus for Miami. Adebayo in the paint, met by Poeltl, kicks back out on the perimeter. Now Jovic driving on Walter. He gets fouled by Jacoby, and then in the process, Walter takes a shot to the nose as well. So Jovic takes the foul and gives back a little bit of a pounding as well. And he actually, to his credit, did come over and slap five with Walter and make sure that Jacoby was okay. So I like the sportsmanship right there. And now Darko is hitting the green light special and challenging this one. I'm not sure, Jonesy, from even real time, let alone replay, it sure looked like there was contact, but maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, no, I agree there was contact. Let's see what Darko ends up with, what the challenge ends up with. But like I said, sometimes on the challenges, officials come over to try and justify what they're seeing rather than actually review the call.
Let's keep it here. We're going to have plenty of times to take the break in the fourth quarter. Whereas looking at about 36 seconds left in Thursday Night Football in the first half, it's 3-3 Rams and Niners. We'll give you the out-of-town scoreboard in the NBA as well, as there's not a ton of action. But in the fourth quarter, with about 3 minutes to play, Boston is leading Detroit by 32, so that one's done. And in the third quarter, with about 8:18 to go, there's actually a pretty decent battle going on right now between Sacramento and the Pelicans. The Kings leading 69-67. And what a season it's been for New Orleans. They have been absolutely ravaged by injuries. And now Brandon Ingram gone from the lineup. Pelicans entering action tonight just 5-20. Meanwhile, the Kings at 12-13. DeMar DeRozan tonight with 23 points and counting. Again, only 4 minutes in to the third quarter. DeRozan 6 of 11. As we continue to await the decision from the officials. And I will say that on the replay, there was less contact than I thought in real time, as Walter got his hand between Jovic's two arms and came up under the ball to try and block it. But I believe that when he came through, he still did hit the wrist and arm of Jovic. So to your point that you've said many times, and you just said a moment ago, I highly doubt the officials turn this one over or reverse it. But we shall see.
We'll see.
You certainly hope so if you're a Raptor fan.
Yeah, you hope so, to kind of keep it going for a little bit, or try to get back into this ball game. But, I mean, the other thing is a challenge. You kind of use it or lose it, so.
11:45 to go in the ball game. We're only 15 seconds into this fourth quarter.
Please set the game clock at 11:45 and 9. It will remain Miami ball.
I didn't catch the first part of that from Sean Wright. I think they're maybe saying no foul, but they are saying out of bounds off Toronto. So they actually did overturn the play. Am I correct in that? That is the case. So the Raptors actually do indeed win the challenge. So color us shocked and surprised.
Yes, when they get to keep their challenge for another time, hopefully later in a close game.
Adebayo, far sideline, 3-ball for the big man. No good. Down low, battling for the rebound. Jaquez grabs it, gives it back out to Bam. Now inside the arc, driving on Poeltl, stops on a dime, floats one up, back rim, and then it goes down and in. Got the friendly bounce and roll at home. Miami now leads by 15, their largest lead. 11:20 to go in the ball game. Shed toward the near sideline. Hands it off to Grady. Came off the screen. Steps into a three. Rim glass it in for Grady Dick. 17 in the ball game for Grady. He's the leading scorer for Toronto. Raptors trail by 12. Bam, near side, looking to answer back, and he does. The big man drops it down. Hadn't taken a 3 all game, and he's ripped off 2 in the last 30 seconds.
Well, that's something he started to do with the U.S. Olympic team this summer with the shorter line, and he's just extended it and taken it into the NBA season.
Grady from Jakob Poeltl got into the paint, lost the handle, picked up by Bam, and then trying to track it down in the far corner after Adebayo didn't squeeze. Jovic had it, but he couldn't keep himself in bounds, and he steps on the baseline, so the ball will stay with the Raptors. 9 on the shot clock. Miami never establishing possession, hence the reason the shot clock sits at 9. As Shed inbounds, gets it to Battle on the near side. Battle brings it back a little bit to Poeltl, who drops it to Walter. Walter with 4 on the shot clock. Tried to shake Jaquez, missed it. Loose ball picked up by Poeltl, heaves a 3, and it's an air ball. He didn't want to take the 3, but it was late in the shot clock, and he just turned and fired, tried to get it off.
Yeah, he had no choice.
I hazard to guess that might be the only 3-point attempt of the season for Jakob Poeltl. I'm talking current and future. And past, of course. 90 seconds gone by here in the fourth. And Adebayo just spun. And Poeltl got crossed up, lost his footing, fell to the floor. And Adebayo just leaned in on Jacoby Walter and got a very easy bucket. The lead has ballooned to 17. If the Raptors aren't careful, this could explode right here in the fourth quarter in a bad way. Shed, jumper, no good. Poeltl taps it out, keeps it alive, but it's tracked down by Miami and then taken away by Walter as he picked the pocket of Smith. They find Battle for 3, and Jamison does it again. Another triple for the youngster, and the Raptors still breathe in a little life, trailing by 14 with 9:50 to play.
That's Boston's version of Sam Hauser right there.
A good comparison. Adebayo back down near the left block, floats one up and in, and Bam was kind of lying in the weeds most of the night, and he's exploding here early in the fourth quarter. Grady Dick, far sideline, finds Yak. Yak hands it back to Grady. Going to jump and elevate into a triple, too strong, back rim. Jovic with the rebound. He'll bring it across center for the Heat with Miami leading by 16. They find Bam. He's got the hot hand. He's on the wing near side. He's not going to give this up, folks. He's working on Poeltl. Still with the bounce, getting toward the right block. Now he elevates, jump shot, no good. Missed the shot, Battle with the rebound, ahead to Grady Dick. Grady waiting for his troops. Now he comes around a Poeltl screen, steps into a 3, left it short, tracked down by Jamison Battle. Battle to Shed, resetting at center with that fresh 14. Now Shed with Rozier on his hip, gets into the paint, turns, fires way too high off glass. He thought he was fouled, didn't get a call. Miami with the rebound. They push ahead to Smith, Heidi Jovic. Layup is good on the alley-oop, plus the foul, and a 3-point opportunity coming for Jovic.
Jovic has come off the bench and done a really nice job for Miami. 4 of 4, hasn't missed a shot, a couple from 3. And the run is 18-5 for Miami over the last 5 minutes, and Toronto looked like they're running out of steam right now.
They now trail by 19, and Jonesy, it could be 20 here in just a couple of seconds with Jovic at the stripe. And I know it's a new age NBA. You talk about it all the time where big leads can evaporate quickly, but we're talking now about a 36-point swing. Well, no. Made a liar out of me because he missed the free throw. A 35-point swing since mid-second quarter. 35-point swing.
Yeah.
We've got a discrepancy on the scoreboard right now. The TV saying one thing and the official score says the other. So I'm going with the official score with no disrespect to our TV friends. 181. Smith covered by Grady Dick out on the perimeter. Drops the pass over on the near side inside the arc. It's Bam. Goes back up top to Jaquez. Hawkes lost it for a second, got it back, then drives to the tin and lays it in. And the Raptors are falling apart right now.
Yeah, Miami really putting it on. And Miami, they are the superior team. The Raptors are banged up, not healthy. And
Mitchell to Poeltl. Poeltl tried to throw it over his shoulder with his left hand on the left side, and it rolled off the rim. Pull-up triple for Bam, no good. High rebound for Barrett. RJ back into the ballgame, will bring it across center. Now driving down Main Street, turns around, fires out to Grady. Good look at a three for Grady, no good. Tracked down by Walter, fresh 14. It's now Mitchell, back over to Grady. Another one for Dick, no good. 1 of 8 from distance. 14 points in the ballgame for Grady, but he has not been able to get much going from the perimeter. Toronto as a team, just 6 of 24. As Barrett now takes another 3, he misses that one, and this has gone funky for Toronto. They have dipped down now to 40% from the floor and 24% from distance. They have been outscored by 21 points on the perimeter and by 6 points at the free throw line. And they trail in the game by 21.
It's come apart. It really has. And it started so promising, but it's a long game. It's something that it's tough to keep up if you're the Raptors, especially being shorthanded.
102-81, Miami leading. 7:16 to go in the ball game. It's Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, Raptor fans, what would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
Breaking story from Alpine News Network. Sam had aspirations of opening a clothing boutique. She called Alpine Credits and was sent a speedy superhero to help with a business loan. Super speed doesn't translate to radio, but when our hero runs, she sounds like this. If you ran at the speed of light, you'd sound funny too. Own your home? Need a loan? Alpine Credits can help.
Alpine Credits, where homeowners get approved.
Just for license 12616.
These immortal words have begun every Pizzaville commercial for 40 years.
It was a rainy day in Pizzaville when I realized...
But who is the enigmatic voice of Pizzaville? Rumors suggest it may be Nicolas Cage. Could it be Babu from Seinfeld? Others claim Jennifer Lopez is the voice. Next up, the voice of Pizzaville reveals which Spice Girl he dated. Pizzaville, 40 years of funny.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590, The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. Fourth quarter, 7:16 to play. Raptors trailing 102-82. So they did adjust the score, Jonesy, and I didn't get word on what was actually changed, but there must have been a 2 changed to a 3 or something, because the Raptors suddenly have 1 more point on the board. So the official score is 102-82, and I guess our guy Johnny Russin is somewhere screaming at me saying that's what you get for trusting the official score and not the TV score. But the Raptors still in a big hole, down 20. Coming out of the timeout, Miami with the ball. Rozier has it. Sidestep, 3-ball, wing near side. He fell to the floor after the shot. Officials didn't buy it. Raptors get the rebound.
Interesting, because that one could have been ruled contact as well, but it was Rozier that went forward. Good no call by Robert Hussey, the official.
Davion Mitchell tried to whip one into traffic to RJ Barrett. That one deflected by Hawkes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Raptors, 11 on the shot clock. 102-82 with 6:53 to go in the ball game. Grady at the free throw line, lobs a pass in the paint to Mobo right toward the 10, and he floats it up and in. Raptors down 18. Mobo's been quiet offensively tonight, but a nice bucket there. Does have 7 rebounds, 3 assists in the ball game. Up top, good look for a 3-ball. Smith missed that one for Miami, and the rebound goes to Mobo, and he'll bring it up across center toward the near sideline. Now over on the far side, it's Ochai to Barrett. RJ, 3-ball, no good. Rebound tracked down by Mobo. Tried to go back up top to Ochai, but it's picked off by Rozier. He lobs one up, and Adebayo couldn't get to it to guide it into the tin. As Miami tries to scramble back defensively, open 3-ball far side is good for Davion Mitchell, and maybe Toronto with one last push.
Well, they are a plucky group. They are a scrappy group. They've taken on Darko's identity. They always play hard.
102-87, free throw line jumper, no good for Bam. Rebound down low by the small man Rozier, but he's fouled by Ochai, and I believe he's getting free throws now. Tough break for Toronto as they had 3 players right there and somehow allowed Terry Rozier to get his hands on that one. So Scary Terry's going to go to the stripe with a 15-point lead, and we are now officially past the midway point of the fourth quarter with 5:54 to play.
And the funny thing is, Eric, RJ Barrett nearing another triple-double on the road in a loss again. Same way he had one against Boston. 8 points, 11 rebounds, 8 assists.
He has struggled mightily with the offense tonight, 3 of 16. But he was certainly dialed in early in the ballgame defensively as well. Not credited with any steals, but with 3 blocks. He was active in pass lanes and active against shooters, and he was a big part of that 16-point lead that the Raptors opened up, but it evaporated pretty quickly as we approached the half, and then it continued on into the third quarter, and now here into the fourth. Raptors now down 17 after the free throws, but they answer back yet again on the other end with the triple going down for Ochai Agbaji. Raptors cut it to 14. 5:25 to go. Smith driving, right-hand scoop, no good. Bam had it for a second, taken away by Toronto. Here comes Ochai. They could get it down to 12, maybe 11. It's Ochai on the far sideline, now on the wing. Trying to work on the youngster Smith. Driving, it's Davion Mitchell, and he misses the reverse scoop. No good.
You know, when you're coming back or trying to come back, there's no margin for error with things like that, and then you give up something in the lane coming back the other way.
Jaquez got in the lane, stopped on a dime, and floated one up and in. 16-point lead now for Miami. 106-90 with 4:50 to go. RJ Barrett towards center court. Now toward the far side, inside the arc, trying to go at Jovic. Lost the handle, turned it over for the 12th time tonight. The Raptors give it up. Jaquez down Main Street, runs into Grady Dick, and they're going to call the charge on Jaquez, and we'll go back the other way on Miami's 16th turnover.
Good job by Grady. He's done that a lot this year, kind of put his body on the line, and it just hasn't always worked out, but really good job there.
106-90, 4:33 to go. Mobo with a foot inside the arc, straight away. Lobs one to a cutting RJ Barrett, who lays it up and in. Great positioning inside by RJ as he got behind Terry Rozier. Now 10 points, 10 boards, 8 assists, 3 blocks for RJ. Raptors down 14 with 4:17 to go. Grady Dick went for the steal, but before he could get there, they call him for a foul as he kind of held the jersey of Jovic. There was no doubt about that one. And Grady picks up his 5th foul. 4:17 to go. (106-92). Miami leading. They inbound from the far side. Bam has it towards center court. Now back over on the far sideline. Jovic had the ball deflected by Grady. Got it back. Jovic coming around a Bam screen. Gets into the paint. Nice job protecting the ball. As he got to the tin, missed the layup, but took the contact, and he's going to go to the free throw line for 2. You said it earlier, Jonesy. He's played very well tonight. Jovic with 13 points, 4 boards off the bench, and showing some strength and moxie right there.
They were high on him when they drafted him. I mean, with his size, you look at him at 6'10", handles the ball, classic European player, international player. And I won't say big man because he can play on the perimeter too. So
at the free throw line, Jovic 4 of 7 on the night. The lead right now is 107-92. 15-point lead after 1 of 2. Far corner, Grady Dick, 3-ball is good. That one clean. Grady now with 20 points in the ball game. He's hit 2 triples in this fourth quarter, and the Raptors continue to try and punch down 12 with 3:51 to play. We'll step aside for the break. Fourth quarter action continues in a moment on Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Hey, Raptor fans, what would you rather have? More money or more vacation? Whichever you pick, it's a win-win. Just like hitting the 50-50 jackpot. When you buy tickets to the MLSE Foundation Lottery, you support kids and youth in communities across Ontario. Last season, over $1 million in jackpot prizes were won. That means more money and more vacation. Talk about a true win-win? Visit 5050raps.com for your tickets today.
The 2025 Honda Civic Hybrid is here, and it may sound too good to be true. With a 2-liter 4-cylinder backed by 2 electric motors, giving a combined 200 horsepower, it's our most powerful and fuel-efficient Civic ever. Plus, with an estimated range of over 800 kilometers and available features like a Bose premium sound system, your crew will love it too. Huh, maybe it should be called the Civic 2.0. Redefine your drive with the 2025 Civic Hybrid. Visit your Ontario Honda dealer and test drive yours today.
This is Toronto Raptors basketball on Sportsnet 590. The Fan.
Welcome back. Eric Smith, Paul Jones with you. 3:51 to play. Raptors trailing 107-95. And Jonesy, with the NBA Cup, the Emirates Cup going on, there's a bit of a gap in the schedule for a lot of teams. The Raptors playing this game tonight, but then off Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Their next game not coming until Monday when they host the Chicago Bulls. Out of the timeout, Miami, Hero at the far elbow now bounces it down on the block to Bam. He was triple teamed, and they're going to get a reach on Davion Mitchell and send Bam to the free throw line.
I give Davion credit. He's such a hard worker on the defensive end. And, you know, that's the kind of thing that Darko's looking for. That's the kind of thing that the Raptors need. And it doesn't look good, but it's only 12. I mean, you think about it. Miami's largest lead was 20. And the Raptors, late in the fourth quarter, still fighting to try and make this thing respectable.
Bam got it to 13, now 14 as he hits both free throws. It's 109-95, 3:30 to go in the ball game. Davion Mitchell toward the near sideline, brings it across center. Now he turns the corner into the paint, and he scoops one up and in with his back to the basket, kind of over the shoulder. He curled it in, and the Raptors trail by 12. Picking up a little bit of pressure as Miami gets it across center. Jovic trying to work against Barrett, bounces a pass over to Bam. He's above the arc, straight away. Now toward the far side, driving. Got to the 10, it rolls off the rim, and he stayed right on the play and tipped his own miss back in. 16 rebounds in the game for Bam to go along with 19 points.
If there was ever a Miami guy that epitomized Miami, and
culture, Jones.
I joked about the culture. It's a guy like Bam Adebayo.
Grady misses a corner 3 far side rebound to Miami. With the Heat leading by 14, 2:40 to play. It would take a miracle right now for the Raptors, but this could certainly be a nail in the coffin right here, a 16 or 17-point lead. Hero trying to shake free from Grady, lost the handle. Loose ball over there toward the far wing, and they're going to call Davion Mitchell with a loose ball foul. Looked like two guys competing for the ball, but they called Davion for the submarine, I guess. And that's going to be it for Davion Mitchell as he has fouled out of the ball game. With 2:29 to play and the Raptors down 14, Davion Mitchell will be watching from the sidelines for the rest of the evening. He exits with 12 points, 6 assists, and a couple of rebounds in 20 minutes on 4 of 6 shooting. Drew Smith goes to the free throw line, knocks down the first one. Second one up, no good, back rim. 15-point lead for the Heat with 2:25 to go. 112-97. Barrett brings it across center. He's 1 assist shy of the triple-double. 10, 10, and 9. The ball in his hands right now. as Barrett lobs one to Mobo, deflected, knocked away by Smith. Loose ball, though, picked up by Barrett out on the perimeter. Far wing 3-ball is good for RJ. And down on the floor in some pain is Bam Adebayo, who is slow to get up as his team goes on offense, working 4-on-5.
It's interesting watching Grady come away limping from that as well.
Flexing out that left knee, it seems, as Tyler Hero gets in the lane, stops on a dime right at the rim, and floats one in. Hero with 23 tonight. 1:47 to go. Raptors down 114-100. Barrett again, back for the Raptors, drops one to Ochai, who fires into the far corner to Grady. Triple no good. Rebound tracked down by Terry Rozier. Ahead to Tyler Hero. Again, stops near the rim, brings it back out toward the perimeter, weaving through Raptor players, goes back out to Drew Smith. Smith has it with 1:27 to go. Heat leading by 14. Shot clock down to 7. Smith works against Mobo. Crossed him up, went right, comes back left, into the paint, tried to pass out far sideline to Tyler Hero, and the Raptors got into pass lanes to deflect that one away. Tell you, I think on the last possession, I mean, I don't know that he cares one way or the other, but RJ Barrett dropped the pass to Ochai right at the rim, and it looked like Agbaji had a chance to lay it up. That would have been the 10th assist.
Yeah.
But there was some traffic, and Ochai passed out instead.
Made the right basketball play, correct?
He did, yep. And I guarantee RJ would be the kind of guy at the end of the game that would say, I'd rather have a win than the triple-double anyway. Grady Dick with the rebound off the Miami miss.
You got to believe that at this point, the Raptors know that he's one assist away.
Well, Barrett just gave it to Grady, but Grady put it on the floor and drove and was fouled.
Now, if he scores that, maybe he gets the assist. And this has always been my contention.
If you hit both, right?
Yeah, if you hit both, right?
Your pass led to points.
Yes.
Yeah, I hear you. 1:06 remaining. Barrett, again, 1 assist shy of the triple-double with 13 points, 10 rebounds, and 9 assists. Grady gets the job done at the stripe. Raptors trail 114-102. We tick under a minute to go, though, in this ball game as Jaquez brings it across center. He's got Shed out with him. Now it goes over to Jovic on the far wing, well above the arc. RJ Barrett's in front of him. Jovic trying to shake free, now goes far sideline. Rozier 3-ball. Grady Dick got out there to contest. Raptors battled for the rebound. It ends up into the hands of RJ Barrett.
This might be his last shot.
Yep.
Yeah, this might be his last shot.
Barrett down low to Ochai, turns, fires, rattles 2 rims, gets the bucket. There's the assist, and a triple-double for RJ Barrett.
That's 2 for him on the road in, if I'm not mistaken, because the Raptors only have 1 win, in losing situations.
Down 10. Raptors are going to lose this ball game and fall to 1-12 on the road. Jovic in the paint, kicks back out to Jaquez. He thought about taking the shot, but I think Miami, nope, they're going to heave one out here. And Jaquez with an air ball. It's no good. And it gives
it's a
the Raptors
turnover
the ball.
anyway, right?
Yep.
Like you're trying to, it's funny because Steve Kerr's always said that. Sorry, when we're up at the end of the game by 20, we're not taking a turnover. And you know me, I got solutions. A competition committee, that turnover should not go on the record. You know, if a guy heaves one with under 5 seconds on his side of center, it should not count as a field goal attempt. I go into the book for you with that one, Eric.
Raptors are going to dribble out the clock and lose on the road in Miami. A 10-point loss for the Raptors, 114-104.
Listen, considering Poeltl obviously not at full strength, back spasms, no Scottie Barnes.
No Quickly.
No Quickly
no
still.
Brown.
Olynyk just coming back. I mean, you got to be careful with the moral victories and the feel-good kind of we were in it losses. But, I mean, again, that's kind of what it was in a sense for Toronto. Yeah, I know they were down 20, but they come back. They keep fighting. You know, you're trying to paint a positive picture, and that's what it is for the Raptors right now.
Well, and I'll say this, Jonesy. I mean, I don't want to change your words. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. I don't even know if it's painting a positive picture. I think it's painting a realistic picture. That's the reality right now. The Raptors are missing key players. They're playing 4 rookies regularly, and they're dealing with guys that are key players coming in and more so out of the lineup and trying to battle through it and stay competitive. That's not sugarcoating. That's not positive. That's reality.
It is. It is. And that's, that's something that we talk about all the time. Injuries can derail you. I don't care who you are. You start playing games without 3, 4, 5 rotation players, you might win a game here or there, but you're not going to win consistently. The only good thing in this...
Sunday when they host the Chicago Bulls, we'll take the break, come back with final stats, then get you set for post-game coverage with Amit Mann. It's Toronto Raptors basketball, brought to you by Tangerine Bank on the Sportsnet Radio Network, streaming on the Sportsnet app and at sportsnet.ca.
Ducks on Internet 920. 7 p.m., New Jersey Devils face the LA Kings. Devils on Sirius 209, XM 220 and Internet 936. Kings on Internet 932. 7 p.m., Montreal Canadiens face the Pittsburgh Penguins. Canadiens on Sirius 208, XM 219 and Internet 934. Penguins on Internet 941. 7 p.m., Philadelphia Flyers take on the Detroit Red Wings. Flyers on Sirius 210, XM 221 and Internet 940. Red Wings on Internet 929. 7 p.m., Columbus Blue Jackets face the Washington Capitals. Blue Jackets on Sirius 211, XM 222 and Internet 927. Capitals on Internet 950. 7:30 p.m., New York Islanders take on the Chicago Blackhawks. Islanders on XM 223, Internet 937. Blackhawks on Internet 925. 8 p.m., Winnipeg Jets face the Vegas Golden Knights. Jets on Sirius and XM channels 167, Internet 951. Knights on Internet 949. 8 p.m., St. Louis Blues take on the San Jose Sharks. Blues on XM 206, Internet 944. Sharks on Internet 942. 8 p.m., Dallas Stars take on the Nashville Predators. Stars on XM 202, Internet.
What's up, Raptors fans? Thank you for hanging out with us together, We the North, here on Toronto Sports Insider, making a difference in our awesome community every single game. Just wanted to stop and say thank you guys for hitting that like button. Thank you for sharing this link out and helping me grow this Toronto Raptors community. We're doing big things with SickKids Hospital in Toronto. We're going to only do bigger things in the future. So I said to the Leafs fans, send me some ideas of some campaigns that you guys think may benefit the community as far as donating money for SickKids. If you have any of those ideas, send an email to me at torontosportsinsider@gmail.com. And let's see if we can't continue changing the world one insider at a time. Thank you, insiders. We'll see you guys back in the chat. Let's go, Raptors.
On Bethune-Cookman on XM 380, Internet 970. 7 p.m., Virginia Tech faces North Carolina A&T on XM 381, Internet 971. 7:30 p.m., Iowa faces Iowa State. Iowa on XM and Internet 372. Iowa State on Sirius 138, XM 198 and Internet 952. 8 p.m., Texas takes on New Mexico State on Sirius XM and Internet channels 84. In NCAA College Women's Basketball, 7 p.m., Illinois faces Bradley on Sirius 137, XM 195 and Internet 957. 7 p.m., Louisville faces Grambling State on Sirius 139, XM 194 and Internet 956. 7 p.m., Notre Dame takes on UConn. Notre Dame feed on Sirius 106, XM 193 and Internet 955. UConn on Sirius 119, XM 201 and Internet 963. I'm Frank Trachtenberg with your Sirius XM sports schedule for Thursday, December the 12th.
Follow every second of the action on NHL Network Radio. From behind the bench to every play on the ice. If it's hockey, it's on Sirius XM NHL Network Radio. Sirius XM 91.
I'm Mick Kern with It Happened in Baseball. David Gus Bell, better known as Buddy, played over 2,400 games in the major leagues, mostly with the Cleveland Indians and Texas Rangers. During that time, Bell hit 201 home runs and added over 1,000 RBI, en route to compiling 2,514 hits. An impressive career for a player taken in the 16th round of the 1969 amateur draft. The native of Pittsburgh who played high school ball in Cincinnati also suited up for the Reds and Astros near the tail end of his career, but he never had the opportunity to face major league pitching in the postseason. Bell holds the dubious distinction of having played the most games in the major leagues during the era of divisional play without ever getting a sniff of October baseball. Ferguson Jenkins is the first Canadian-born baseball player to be inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. The native of Chatham, Ontario got there because he was a dominant pitcher for the Chicago Cubs, earning 6 straight 20-win seasons and taking home the 1971 Cy Young Award as the National League's top pitcher. A 25-win season with the 1974 Texas Rangers was his high watermark, and Fergie finished his 19-year career with 284 wins, over 3,000 strikeouts, and he walked less than 1,000 batters. Yet for all his greatness, Jenkins also never had